Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hey Listen Video Game Podcast. This is episode 24. I am Zach, or at ZRPG, or ZRPG, or ZRPG Revamped, or Pokemon ZRPG, or ZRPG HD, and I'm joined today with my co-host, Cole, Annoying Navi.
Did we just record me choking on Powerade?
And today was it was going to be a big old grand PlayStation 4 roundtable discussion, and we're going to have a bunch of people on, but a lot of people bailed, and a lot of people couldn't do it, and then some people just didn't show up at all. So, but one person that did show up is Thestickdude2320.
Yeah, or you could call me Garrett. I go on forum as Thestickdude2320, but thanks for letting me on. I'm excited to be on the podcast. It's going to be fun.
We're glad to have you, Garrett. And we're also joined by, as he said, it was supposed to be the absolute last resort because he didn't want to be on this podcast ever again, and that is Zaven.
I never said I never want to be on, but I'm pretty sure as soon as you said my name, some people logged off saying, why are you having him on for the 6th time?"
How many times
You're just always there.
Have we really had you on that often?
This is the 6th time.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, lay it down for me. When were these other times?
Okay.
The first time
was episode 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to the sequential old order thingy to point out episode by episode. The second time was on the episode with Broland.
With the call-in question?
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Why doesn't it count?
Doesn't really count.
It's not.
It was just like a small section.
Yeah, but I was vocally on the podcast. Third time was that one time that you just randomly added me in halfway into our podcast.
Episode 15, I think.
Yep. Fourth time was the crossover.
Uh-huh.
Fifth time's now that I could have sworn there was one more somewhere in between.
Wait,
no. On the Pegasus episode, I was there. I didn't speak. Remember, you added me?
Oh, yeah. Doesn't mean you were... But you said you were vocally on the last one, which is your reason, so you weren't vocally on this one.
I heard me grunt in the background.
What is Stick Dude sending me a pic of? World's ugliest animals? What?
It's disgusting. Look at that thing.
I don't know. I'm kind of scared to look at it.
Hairless Sphinx cat. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
But
it looks like.
Let's not even describe this one. Let's stop it there.
Zach.
What?
I'm trying to make a your mom joke, but I keep laughing. Oh, never mind. All right, so but basically before
I wish I could see this picture. It's not showing up.
It should be, but basically, you know how we usually interrupt each other or something.
Do that even more.
Introducing this. Well, I tried putting Powerade in my mouth. I was going to gargle it, and I choked. Anyway, so this is a disgusting cat.
Jesus Christ!
All right, so
my whole Google Chrome crashed. That had a lot of tabs.
Well,
so off to a great start then.
Yeah. It's the Hey Listen way. Oh, now it's got to load all the tabs at once.
All right, crap we've been doing.
You know what? To start things off, we're not going to do crap we've been doing. Because that's not the truth.
Because I said we shouldn't.
We've got some listener feedback, which basically means what?
Listener feedback.
Good job.
Here, want me to just go type something in for the last episode on the forum so you have something to say?
Wow. Yeah, you didn't leave actually feedback in the last one.
Here,
the only thing you said was on episode 22. You said that you prefer my image to Cole's because his is just cut and paste.
Wait,
Change your
no, it
pointers.
wasn't.
Yeah, it was, Cole. You do that all the time now.
Episode 23, cut and paste of Awakening.
Yeah, it's just a cover with the
Same
Hey Listen in.
Don't judge me.
I put some
All right.
actual effort in here. I have trouble enough getting one of those generic images from you with another terrible title. I told you to work on your title making, and it's still terrible. Like, literally,
Well-
Fire Emblem with an exclamation mark was the best you could think of for a name.
Tales
I
of the
like it.
Missing Coal wasn't that terrible.
Yeah, that was a good one, but, that's a rarity, that one. But,
Why'd you put him in charge of title making?
because he makes the images, so he puts a title on there, and then I have to stick with it, which sucks. Like,
What would I have called that Fire Emblem
come on,
one, though?
you could at least have called it something like Fire Emblem Direct, which isn't much better, but that would at least cover
That's-
more than one
Are
thing.
you kidding me?
Fire Emblem wasn't the main thing of that episode, so that was the
It
main
was
thing
to
was the
me.
Nintendo Direct thing. So you should have at
It
least
was
incorporated that
to
somehow.
me.
I'm ashamed. Ugh. Same with that Pestro episode. You called it Pestro. Chrono Link 9 episode. You called it Chrono Link 9. Oh man.
You should just go down the list and read off every title. Yay or nay?
Should we?
Nay.
Nay. He just says nay over the whole thing.
How do you
Right.
spell out nay?
N-A-H?
NAY?
Anyway.
Okay.
N-A-Y?
NAH would be nah.
Nah, man.
Well, I don't type text talk.
Text talk.
Okay.
But isn't that all talk?
Alright. Alright, episode 1 didn't have a title.
Yes, it did.
No, I added that on because we didn't have anything, so I thought we might as well have something. Did you like that name I added in the archives?
In one ear, not out the other.
Yeah, because it was one-sided audio. You can only hear it through one ear.
I listened to that like who knows how long ago, so.
But
Um,
episode 2, this could quite possibly be the worst one, and that is
Yeah.
SpongeBall Z and stuff.
That's awesome. Just dot and stuff.
At least it incorporates more than one thing. At least that's something.
episode 3 was pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good subtle title. Moo. But a long O. 8 O's at the end. Episode 4 is New Super Mario Bros. 2 Roundtable. That's only because I told him to name it that, though. So the Roundtable episodes, they usually aren't exciting titles, but I want to have Roundtable in there because that draws people in.
So is this episode going to be called PlayStation 4 Roundtable then?
No, it's gonna be called nay.
It should be called the PlayStation 4 Roundtable.
Well, that's boring.
Well, it should be like a dismembered PlayStation 4 Roundtable or something about it being a fail. But I don't know. He's gonna come up with something stupid. So
Nay.
okay. Nay. It should be Nay Roundtable. Episode.
Nay Station 4?
Ooh. Nay
How about-
Station 4. Nay
Round-
Station meeting.
Deep down in some PlayStation 4 discussion.
That's too
Hey,
long.
That
That's
makes no
terrible.
sense.
Too long.
It makes sense.
What's the deep down for?
That's the name of that one new game that was announced.
Really.
Oh,
What's
the
it?
Capcom one.
Yeah. Even though it's not really deep down.
All right.
It's just Dragon's
Episode
Dogma,
5, the one with Matt, he called Amateur Hour.
Not
That makes
terrible.
sense.
It's not
Are you,
that
are you
bad.
calling everybody amateurs in that one?
I don't know. I think his title slowly degraded as they went on, though. But Jesus and Penis, episode 6 with Donovan Viper. That's
Well,
a
that's
pretty good one.
classic.
That was relevant to the episode. I like that.
Wasn't.
What do you think, Zaven?
But it's a title.
I like the title of Zaven's in it when Zaven's the kid.
Okay, episode 7, We Want You. Okay, because we talked about a Wii U. All right.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know why we would actually want you, though. Like, doesn't make sense when you actually read it, though.
That's like the Aldrin Gamers one. They just do we discuss games with you.
Yeah. And episode 8 with Batsa, that was Tony. Maybe man, possibly woman.
Probably your best title yet.
That's a good title.
Okay, episode 9. This one I despise with a passion, and there's several reasons for this. He called it 3 kilobytes. That was the
That's
one that
classic.
That was the one that Jay Hooft was on. The first reason I don't like it is because it's just the name of the YouTube channel. The second reason I don't like it is because it makes you feel like there's going to be more than there actually is.
No, it doesn't.
Because 3 kilobytes is 3 people, not 1 person. So
3
you're like,
kilobytes minus 2?
yeah, you're gonna be like,
Would you, Zaven
kilobytes.
or Garrett? Would you think that multiple people would be on it if that were?
I've heard of the YouTube channel before, so I immediately know who it is, but I would not think that.
But for me, I had no idea who those people were, so I thought when I read this, oh, that's a cool title.
Okay.
Then I realized that's the name of some YouTube channel.
Episode 10 with good old Zaven. ZavenNes1718.
Who's Zaven?
I don't know.
I don't know how this Mexican thing how it started. Cole just started calling you that, even though you sound nothing like that.
I'm pretty sure Mexicans can pronounce the R's.
Cole is just silent.
Cole's angry. You're dissing his name so much.
There's no reason that we shouldn't be.
But episode 11's was pretty unique, wasn't it?
That was a pretty good one. ChronoLink 9!
Exclamation mark.
It hurts.
It cuts deep.
Episode 12. Okay, this was to my credit. I told him to make this name, so if it's bad, then it's my fault. But let's not go down that road.
Excellent.
Thank you. But yeah, because that kind of came a little catchphrase in that episode. And then episode 13 with Broland. My mouth is numb.
How did you?
I think I said that like the very end, and he's like, "Oh, that's the episode title." Because he's talking about like, in the podcast images too. We should have talked about those, but it's too late now. But the podcast image was Jerry Sandusky, I think.
Some creepy old man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's him then.
And episode 14. It's in Montana.
Rain, rain, go away. Because of the pain you will stay. Slit my throat, cut my heart, leave me here, tear it apart. Poison tears stream down my face. My heart beats at the steady pace.
You mean torn apart?
As I... Huh?
Okay then.
You said teared apart.
Did I?
Torn apart.
Oh, my bad. No, I googled emo poems.
Nice. Episode 15, more prank calls. Okay.
I wonder what that episode's about.
What did you say?
You guys did live prank calls?
No, not Zaven.
Get out here.
Yeah, we did prank calls. Now we do them like every episode. So maybe this episode, maybe not.
Oh.
Let's see. Episode 16, girl talk.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty creative. Episode 17, Kid Icarus is game of the year.
Yeah.
I like it.
He was just trying to troll me the whole thing.
But then it says, the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, because I added that in there. They're featuring Y2J Codeliker, who didn't show up today. Thank you. But, let's see. Episode 18, We're Legal.
I swear, I think that's the podcast title for every podcast on episode 18.
That's why I chose it.
You know, I told him to include the mature thing because it's 18 and everything, but he literally just put the mature thing just in a black image of that. Nothing else. So it looks terrible, but, you know. What you gonna do? Episode 19, Pestro!
Wow.
Because adding exclamation marks to the end of usernames makes it all the better.
Gets me excited.
Episode 20, that was my episode title as well. Hey,
Well,
listen.
it was.
Hey, listen, cross the users.
Should have added the word mother in there somewhere.
Mother. Episode 21, just look at the image.
Okay then.
Okay.
There's a reason why.
Yes, we all know.
So, I mean,
What if-
it's not... What?
But what if I'm blind?
Well, that sucks for you.
Episode
Take
22.
another seat, buddy.
Episode
Huh?
22 is Tales of the Missing Coal. So that was a good one. Pretty good one.
Well,
You've
in the
only
archive,
done,
it's
like 2 or 3 bad ones, though. I mean, really, it's not...
What?
And they
2
weren't
or
even
3?
bad. That was your opinion. Chronolink 9, from you saying 3 kilobytes, but they disagree. And Pestro, it's not 2
No,
bad
there are
ones.
more than that. In the images themselves, there's no.
Are you serious?
I am. Episode 23, Fire Emblem.
Well, there's a
Fantastic.
reason for that, because Fire Emblem is not as
Great.
good as Kid Icarus. Doesn't
Doesn't make
but
make
it is pretty fantastic.
doesn't make it a better title. Just because
Yeah, it
I
does.
love Animal Crossing, throwing Animal Crossing with an exclamation mark doesn't make it a good title.
Animal Crossing is terrible.
Oh, come on.
I
Animal
like Animal
Crossing's great.
Crossing. I don't like where they're going. I don't like where they're going.
Why?
Anyways, because they're making the games worse.
So that's all the titles, basically.
Zach.
What?
Alright, so you posted that photo in the forums with all of your guests on the episodes.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so in the archive thingy, it says episode 15 featuring Zaven. But
Mhm.
on the photo, it doesn't.
To be honest, I only included the ones that were like official guests. Like that was the one we threw you in randomly for.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
think the whole were you there the whole time though?
No. I was
Yeah.
there.
Same with Midipore was thrown in on like After Dark episode 3, but I
Yeah.
didn't even include the After Dark ones.
Yeah.
But yeah. Plus you already got like
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just messing with you, but
Chronolink's got the most on there. He's got 3 spots in the Hall of Fame.
does that mean I'm gonna tie him now?
Yeah, it does. Did you see on episode 23 I also put someone in there. I also put a guest in there that didn't get a mention in the Hall of Fame on the archives. Did you see that?
Who was
No.
You'll have to look at that on your own.
it?
Because we got to move on now. All right.
Okay, let's see.
So let me know when you look at that.
Wait, what are we looking at?
Episode 23 on the archives. I put featuring something, and they didn't get a spot.
Oh,
So
yeah, featuring, yeah.
'cause that was one of the biggest guests in the podcast. But Pestro, episode 23. He didn't. He said, "Awesome. Looking forward to hearing." Okay.
I just saw it. I just saw the feature.
Oh man, that was pretty loud.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so technically that should have a spot in the Hall of Fame.
Shit,
then-
it's deserving.
Cole, do you even know what we're talking about right now?
So moving on.
Cole is terrible at this podcasting thing.
I just don't like where we've gone this episode.
Every episode you're always like playing a game, doing something else, jerking off in the corner, and you're never paying attention fully.
I've never jerked off. I've only masturbated. But let's just continue on.
So what's next?
So,
So listener feedback.
Pestro, awesome. Looking forward to hearing Cole's opinions on the new Fire Emblem game. There you go, Cole. He's
In-
looking forward to it.
we'll all talk about it again today, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I finished listening to the Tales of episode, and it was good. The Vesperia talk was great, and thankfully spoiler-free. Also, yeah, it's about time that you guys get your own section as well. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is about time, Pete Tor. God dang it.
Maybe if you message him in Japanese, he'll reply.
You know how long I've waited for a response?
We should get all of your listeners, all 8 of them, and just like message him.
It will just be like
We
you'll
have
never
25
notice.
listeners.
We don't.
Yes,
Don't
we
kid
do.
yourself. Don't kid
Yeah.
yourself.
Then why do we get 25 downloads per week?
I download it on 23 different devices.
For convenience sake, yeah.
Fair enough.
So also, Bester said, by the way, here's a fun fact that's probably just a coincidence. A new Fire Emblem game comes out, and Cole is for the first time absent from the podcast.
What do you mean?
You
I'm confused by that.
weren't on episode 22, and that was the week that Fire Emblem came out.
No, it wasn't.
The week it released, but
Yeah,
the
but
week
it
you
came
guys
out. It
recorded.
came out that Friday, though.
No,
When-
it came out before. Yeah, we didn't record until Saturday.
So it came out the day before, though. So it's not.
Well, yeah, I remember you were saying, you were like, oh, I'm looking forward to talking about it on the podcast, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
And
but
then you were like, nope, can't do it. So I figured you were just playing the game all night.
no, I went to my other house, which doesn't have Wi-Fi, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all right, crap we've been doing. First, I want to mention a random like forum thing, and that's that the Rad Rascals have their own forum now.
Wah wah wah.
Sad story.
Well, I don't. I'm gonna ask, what do you think of it?
Of the forums themselves.
Of them starting a new forum?
Oh. I don't know. Well,
I think it's good that they did it, but it's like it's sort of splitting up their audience, sort of like all their audiences on
Yeah.
Pete's Game Room. So
yeah, and it's gonna be annoying because like half of the people are gonna respond on one thing and half on the other.
So, is the forum just for their podcast, or weren't they saying they were planning on doing other stuff on the website for their forum?
Well, there's just a general gaming discussion and TV discussion, music. You can talk about anything on there, but
Oh, okay.
So basically,
they
what?
also, yeah, basically Pete's Gaming Forum. But
I'm.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, what?
I'm.
What was
I'm
that?
not. Yeah. What?
Huh?
Huh? Oh, okay, but
Well, already
I'm-
told me to stop talking over people, so I'm gonna stop doing that now.
okay then.
All right, you can go now.
I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. I absolutely hate it when people do this. Like GameStar81, when he had his new website. I mean, I don't like it. I like everything on one website.
But
That's like,
sorry.
go. You can talk.
But it's cool because he has all the contributors, so there's all these YouTube videos that if you use his site, you might not have heard of the people who post on it otherwise. That's what I like
But
about
you have
this
to
site.
go out of your way to go onto the site as opposed to YouTube.
I disagree
Everything
with
is
that.
there.
You have to go out of your way to find these other YouTube channels, though.
Yeah,
I think it's
exactly.
much easier to just go to
But
his
the
site
good
and
YouTube, the good YouTube channels like Shed Out and like Audrey Gamers and stuff, so I don't have to spend time doing that. Because I only watch like 5 YouTubers now because it's too much of a time commitment.
I don't think it's that it's a time commitment. It's just that people don't put out as many videos and not as great of quality anymore.
Because I mean, like,
Kinda
so
like
many videos
it.
are uploaded every day. If I was to watch all of them, I mean, it would take forever. I mean, like, this annoying Navi guy just did some Pokemon card unwrapping. I don't have the time for that. 7 minutes. Jeez.
Yeah, I have like
But-
190 subscribers or so, and I like
Oh wow!
watch
Get out
maybe
of here.
10% of them.
Get
No,
outta here.
I'm subscribed to 190. I mean,
Ah,
and
there you
like
go.
I only watch like 10%
197.
of the videos.
You want to see how much I'm subscribed to? I am unhealthy, so
I think
But
we've
do you get
compared
around to all the
this.
videos?
I
God,
don't. That's the thing. You have to. I pick and choose, and even then, I still spend a lot of time like watching video games. Awesome. I watch a lot of Let's Plays primarily now because
Oh.
the community. Thank you. The community doesn't like upload that frequently, where I'll constantly be watching them. I'll watch Let's Plays on a regular basis. It's pretty good stuff. But yeah, I have, what was it? How many subscriptions? 196.
197.
You're a liar.
I'm not lying.
You're a
The way
liar.
I'm not. One night, I would take a picture of this and like send it in the chat.
Don't bother. I know
Oh.
you're lying.
Okay, so for crap I've been doing, I haven't really. I'm kind of boring for this. I haven't really been doing anything. So just school and all that stuff.
School. Oh yeah, represent.
Yeah. Okay, so on to the next person.
So,
I bought Pokemon cards. I had
oh.
I had to work 8 hours before this podcast.
That's
Oh,
And
poor
I
thing.
bought Pokemon cards. So I'm almost done. I have 92 out of 135. I am almost done with the latest expansion.
Fantastic.
And I may or may not be giving out a code.
Woo! Yeah.
I'm not giving out a code anymore. Never mind.
Aw.
Zalvin wanted it. He knew he has like 100% chance of winning that out of the fans.
Yeah.
On Twitter, you
Approximately.
tweet me.
No, wait.
Wait, I have a Twitter now, so
Wait,
this tweet thingy.
wait.
It's not the
Is
first
it
one,
gonna-
Zavin.
Is it gonna
It's
be
gonna be random.
Ah.
It should be. You have to do a special thing. You should have to like. No, you should have to tweet a special thing.
I'm not doing this anymore. It's too stressful.
Anything that Cole has to put some creative thought into, he always just goes back on the default stuff, just like the podcast titles and the podcast images.
And the podcast. But no, it's I'm the one giving away the code. I'm doing this, all right?
Go for
Wait, what is this code
Twitter.
for?
Huh?
What is this for exactly?
You get a free online booster pack for Pokemon
Pack.
trading card game online.
182. Wow, Zalvin, looks like
And
you were
the
lying.
free cards, you'll be able to
What?
trade them. If you happen to get a good card, you can possibly trade it for 2 all right cards, and through those 2 all right cards, possibly trade it to get 2 good cards.
How
So
could you trade an all-white card for a good card?
Oh, I
Because
see.
the person you're trading it to isn't very bright.
I've done it.
I
I've
see
got
Zalvin.
very good deals. I have so many
Tazon Day.
EX cards
Chocolate
for
Rain.
trading crappy cards. See, it's
Oh, have you seen Zach Tazonde's
Anyway.
video for the Skyrim fame?
No.
you have.
Oh. Well,
I'll
you need to.
bring this up later.
I see you're subscribed to Games Amour.
Well, yeah.
You
You
want to
can-
go to war? I'm Games Amour.
Well, he's back.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's back. I like
Yeah.
his channel.
Retro Liberty, Nightwing 01, Tazon Day, Seizure on the Fine Bros. Whoa.
Well, are you looking through my subscriptions?
Yeah, we represent the Fine Bros.
Yeah. So good. Yeah.
Is it because I mentioned them on the podcast? You just felt so inclined to subscribe to them.
They were like the 5th channel I subscribed to on YouTube.
Oh, so it was because you listened to it on the podcast. Cool.
Yeah, like a year and a half ago.
Oh, a year and a half ago. Man, the podcast has been going longer than I thought. Cole, we never celebrated our 1-year anniversary.
Okay then. So to get the booster pack, you have to tweet me. What are you gonna do? Tweet me nay. NAY, okay?
No.
And you can be creative with it. You can put ... after it. Put an exclamation mark. Just
Creative, wow. Exclamation mark. Always
just
exclamation mark. It
tweet
makes
me
everything better.
nay.
Wait, does it have to be NAY?
Yes. And if there's anything,
Hey,
just do that. You
and
might
if
get a.
you and
And
if
if
you
it's
post
just
before,
Zaven,
if you
then
tweet before the episode is actually released, you're automatically disqualified.
you should have said that after, or after
Yeah,
he did
yeah.
it. That. All right.
All right, never mind. I take that back. And then I'll enforce it later after you tweet again. All right. So, Rad Rascals forums. What are your thoughts on the actual forums themselves? Have you looked at there?
I signed up, so I have a low account number in case it takes off. That's it.
Wow, always thinking about the future,
But
making
yeah, 'cause
investments.
yeah, at the Pete's Game Room forum, I'm jealous of these people who have like number 15, number 14. So in case in like 5 years this forum is popular, I can be like, oh yeah, I was here from the beginning.
I knew the Rad Rascals before they were popular.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
haven't actually looked at the forum.
wow. About the forums themselves, I say the design needs some work. Definitely needs some work. The overall way you post things is kind of more difficult than it need to be. Stuff like that. Really cool idea, said Zaven. No, nice. I just saw that on the forums. Thank you for that. I'm not letting Cole take credit for that one. I went ahead and did a creative thing. Made that image. Well, I should tell everyone about that now in case they didn't know.
Isn't that
Oh
what
yeah,
we've kind of been talking about?
No. But I want to mention first that Hey Listen Video Game Podcast now has a Facebook page.
Whoa.
It now has a Facebook page, and Cole didn't even know about this, so because he doesn't keep up with the Hey Listen news. So you can like that on Facebook. I think we got like 9 likes now or something like that. It's probably only because the past guests feel obligated to like it, just out of moral support. But yeah, I made a Hey Listen Hall of Fame, which shows all the guests, the official guests on every episode, and what episode they appeared on. Nice little time frame on the side. I don't know. I put some time into this. Just today, I randomly wanted to do this, and I did it. Took quite a while actually. Even though it doesn't look all that spectacular, but
The Hall of Shame.
yeah, the Hall of Shame. Those who have appeared on the podcast. But yeah, I'll add on to it, and I'll add these guests. I can add you guys on there as soon as I mention you guys in the tweet, saying that the episode's been recorded. I guess. So yeah, I'll keep adding guests on there. After the shelves fill up, which shouldn't be long from now, then I'll add another shelf. A second generation of Hey Listen Hall of Famers.
Season 2.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get into some actual crap we've been doing. So you want to
You've
talk
been
about
here for
YouTube?
40 minutes.
An hour and 40 minutes.
Where'd you get an owl from?
Because we were sitting here before people showed up for a while, so.
Were you just like in silence, like, so?
No, we were waiting for you guys.
Well, they just called me randomly,
Yeah, we
so
weren't
I
waiting for Zaven. We were waiting for the other guys who didn't decide to show up. So, but let's see. YouTube. I want to talk about. We're gonna try out a different thing where we don't have a specific order. We'll try to be more loose, and it'll be like the crossover episode where you can pass it off to anyone. And
Eeny, meeny, miny, botza.
yeah. Even though there's not that many options or anything. It's just keep the flow going. All right, I'll start things off with YouTube. Expect a lot of Let's Plays. Smash 64 tournament. The Runaway Guys. Good stuff. Super Mario 64 versus from the Versus channel. Good stuff. Conker's Bad Fur Day. PewDiePie. Rhythm Heaven Fever. Far From Subtle. And then that's it for the Let's Plays. And then I have two other ones. Dungeons and Dragons Rocks. Happy Console Gamer.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Both parts.
I
Sounds
should
good.
watch that.
You
I hope
should.
he does more with Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Those are really good episodes. Dungeons and Dragons is something I always wanted to get into.
Yeah, the problem is that I don't know who I would like do it with. It's something
Exactly.
that seems really
Yeah, I
Cool.
tried to start it at like a sci-fi club at my school. Some like seniors tried to teach it to me and the friends, but I mean, it took like almost 2 hours to set up a character, and it wasn't even a character for us. They were showing us how to set up a character.
Yeah,
So we just like, yeah.
I've been to a couple like of Dungeons and Dragons things, and then they didn't tell me about it after a while, and then I just kind of fell out of it. But you know, we could do a Skype call, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
How
We
on
could-
earth would that work?
Well, that's what Johnny does. He has one of his friends on Skype
That's-
during it.
That was weird. I saw in the video. He's just like looking from the laptop webcam, but yeah, it could work. You know, better yet, you could have like be having conversations and whatnot, and then you could record it and release it as a Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
That'd be terrible.
I wouldn't even watch that.
I will slay thee, goblin.
I mean,
Just
it
be
might.
like 2 hours of like talking about stats and stuff. I don't know.
Now,
I
all
really
right, now
don't
roll the d20. All right, what was that? 3. Okay, 4 damage dealt. Okay, so you walk into a bar.
know.
Oh, I approached the the busty waitress and asked her for information.
But Johnny, he was on a guest as a podcast on Hit Reset Radio, and that's where he talked a lot about D&D, and he has some great stories. And they'd be
Yeah,
great.
I
Yeah.
love that. Hit Reset Radio, so much potential.
What happened?
Lost.
R.I.P.
Vintage
Uh,
Video Game Geek left, and it just like
No, wasn't it? Was it Vintage?
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm.
And then like the other two like disappeared off the internet or something.
forever.
they pulled
Dinky
Games
Danny
Amour.
Dinky Dana hasn't posted a video for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe some
yeah.
controversy stored.
No.
But all right, last one was PS4 announcement recap and thoughts from Rachel Moore. That was a good video. Filled me in on some stuff I didn't know about. It was a good recap because I
Did you
missed.
just say you want to fill her in?
No comment.
Do you think she actually listens to this podcast after guesting on it?
No,
No.
absolutely not. She has no obligation to. If people like, if even the small time people in our community don't feel obligation to listen, like Matt Petrus, then I don't think anyone is. So, because we had Matt Petrus on, and then he was like, "Oh, we should." He was like debating with Cole about stuff, and then he was like, "Oh, we should do this on the podcast sometime." And then it was like, "All right, what episode have you listened to?" He's like, "Oh, I haven't listened to it in like 8 months or whatever." And so
Yep.
yeah, they just kind of they pretend to like the podcast until they're on, and they're like, "Yes, got my time in the spotlight," and then run off. It's really different. In the beginning, we had a lot of people who would leave feedback, like Layered Gamer, Skating and Gaming, and Matt. They would leave a lot of feedback, and then they just haven't listened to it in a while, and then new people came in. So.
We'll
Winnie
all
the
start listening
Pooh's-
to this a lot more.
Oh
After.
yeah, Stick Dude would be the new fan. You gotta be a new fan. There's not much competition out there for being a Hey Listen fan
I'll have to be
nowadays.
fighting off Pestro and Midipore and everything.
And Zaven. Those are the only ones. Midipore, I don't even know if Midipore listens or not. He listened to episode 21, I know that. And episode 20, but...
He likes to hear his name.
But episode 21, he didn't hear his name, though, so... That's good.
Sob.
Sob. Alright, YouTube. Zaven.
Okay. So, in the
Oh wait,
past...
you don't watch YouTube videos anymore, that's right.
In the past week, I have watched nothing, actually. But
Hold on.
I saw, because I checked my subscription box right now, and Classic Game Room Undertow did a review on Tears of Symphonia for the GameCube. And I assumed that would be good if I actually watched it, but I'm mad because now they might attract people towards on eBay, and it might make the price of the game go up. And I've been trying to buy this.
You think
But it's
CGR,
already
you think
expensive.
CGR Undertow is gonna attract that much?
Maybe CGR.
Do you know how
but I
many
don't think
views they
Undertow.
get? Do you know how many views Undertow gets?
It's not
Like
going to
a
go
couple
up.
thousand every video.
Yeah. And what if like
yeah.
and what if like 100 of those like couple thousand decide to buy it?
They
That-
won't.
Then we'll get in a bidding war and I have to pay more money.
If that's
Wow, that's
true, then due to what's that show called with Snooki?
AVGN. Oh, sick.
90% of
What?
female teens would be pregnant.
You don't buy babies off of eBay.
Yeah, but it's the same concept.
And that's
So-
also a true fact you just stated. So
But that's like apples and oranges.
They're both fruit. It's not.
Okay, that's like apples and motorcycles.
It's really not that different. It's not going to go up.
So video game collections and getting pregnant are similar.
It's about the mindset, not the item.
Oh, okay then.
Like if they view something, does that mean they want it? They see Snooki. Let's go to Kim Kardashian. Said she's pregnant.
Oh no.
A bunch of people see Kim Kardashian getting pregnant. Does that mean they want to get pregnant?
Of course.
Does that mean that Zaven, I stand corrected.
you know what, guys? Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
How do you say?
It.
Hold the phone.
I'm holding my cell phone. What do you want?
Do you know what's happening right now?
What's happening?
Someone went
just-
live on Twitch.
We got a late bloomer here. Hello. God dang it. Hello there.
Oh, Trevor's on.
Yep.
Yes.
Hello.
What's up? That was a lot of drywall.
Gosh darn drywall.
You're really
What?
tardy, you know that?
Yeah. Just a bit.
You're not as tardy as Y2J Codelaker, though, who didn't show up, period, so that's something.
Sweet.
And I can hear myself. Is that a
I-
thing?
1
Can't.
minute.
I can't.
Okay. Fine. Fine
Is
then.
is it better?
Yeah.
That's weird though, because even though I'm using a headset, it has certain times where it'll like replay everything to everybody else unless I unplug it and plug it back in or something.
Trevor,
Weird.
everyone. Trevor, everyone.
Woo!
Yeah. Trevor with a 3. And then some numbers afterwards on occasion.
So original.
Oh, yeah. More original than Cole's episode naming titles. So right now we're talking about YouTube. We just started talking about YouTube videos.
Cool.
Do you have any?
continue.
Okay, Zaven.
Okay, Cole, what were you saying?
What's that? Wait, what?
You were
You
saying
said that-
something?
Like you were saying that I was right or something.
Well, do you think that if teens see Kim Kardashian getting pregnant, that they'll want to get pregnant? And
Yeah.
really, would
Sure.
they? I'm sure
Doesn't
some.
want to get pregnant though.
Wait, what?
Huh?
I mean,
Do-
think
I
about
want to
it.
get pregnant.
Neither do I,
It
but
doesn't. Come on.
it's
The point is, Tales of Symphonia's price will not go up.
okay.
But what if it does?
Then I
Then it
guess you're
does.
gonna have to deal with it, Zavin.
It's already $50 used.
It's
It's
50.
not.
It was only like 40 last week.
You'll have to go play some Zelda games then, or something.
All right. Are we gonna bring this up now?
Well, he hasn't played Zelda game before.
But no, I haven't. But
Oh God.
Cole,
Come on. Come on. Play Link to the Past.
I own many, but I'm
He
gonna go.
owns like every game, but he doesn't play one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in sequential order from the first to the newest.
No, don't play the first one first. That is
I'm playing the first one first.
See,
That
that's
is-
what I was saying. See,
that
here's
is
what
not
happened.
that is not a good game.
God.
It's
This
really
is like
not.
Cole with his Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn thing, except
Yeah, that's why I said, "Oh, we're bringing
it's a
this
bit
up
more.
now."
It's a bit more reasonable though.
It's
No,
not
it's
good.
It's more reasonable to not play
It's
the
not.
first Zelda though, because there's so many more.
The first one is like in today's like standards, it's very, very bad. There's like completely zero context for anything, including hidden dungeons and stuff like that. You should
But
play Link to
that's
the
what
Past.
strategy
It's like
guides for.
Banjo-Kazooie. It's not.
No, it's not like
they're terrible
Banjo-Kazooie.
games. It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't communicate anything. You just
Banjo-Kazooie-
have to figure it out.
But that's why there are strategy guides.
Yeah,
but
but like,
Find
it's
a strategy guide for the original Legend of Zelda then.
I
just
own
go
two.
on Game Facts and follow walkthroughs. You should play like Link's Awakening or Link to the Past first or something like that. Those are much better games.
Probably, but I'm
Hyrule-
still going in order.
With Hyrule Historia, you can go into real order with the timeline. But
You won't get to any real Zelda games until you play what is like Zelda 1, Zelda 2. Yeah, they're not that great.
Are
Zelda
you
2 is
putting
better
down
than...
Skyward Sword?
Huh?
Wait,
No, I'm saying he won't be playing any like real like Legend of Zelda games until he passes off the first two. Because like for me, like when Zelda got good, it was like Link to the Past, Link's Awakening. The first two weren't that great.
I
Link's
actually oh, sorry.
You can go.
God damn.
No, I mean the original one. I mean, you can play like the first.
Few
I want to
dungeons.
say 3 or 4, maybe. 4 is kind of stretching it. I was able to without a guide, but Zelda
that.
2 I think is way better. Like I have gotten, I forgot what the boss is called. It's like some type of ghost or something like that. I was able to get to that without a guide.
Yeah, good luck getting
But-
through Death Mountain. That thing's a maze.
I actually got through it. I have no idea how, but I did do that.
It takes forever.
Time.
when people talk about how they play like Legend of Zelda, the first one as a kid, it's always like they spent their whole summer looking for all these hidden secrets and stuff, and that's just not realistic now. You can't put that much time into it.
Oh,
You can't
could
spend
easily put
time finding each individual bush to burning each individual bush.
But
Now
with
when you
the
say bush,
but with the internet, you could spend about 30 seconds and find out where that bush is, just like a screenshot, then spend the time and find it.
Google
Yeah,
image.
but that's not fun though.
it's not playing the game.
Google
That's
image
not-
bush.
But it's not fun.
So you say if I played the entire Zelda game but looked up just one thing, that's taking out all the fun out of it.
Here's the
Well,
thing.
Well, not
Zava.
one thing, but the thing with the Zelda 1 is that you're going to have to look up everything, not just one thing.
If I had to suggest a Zelda to start with, honestly, I would say Twilight Princess, where it's a very traditional Zelda, and it's the most modernized version. Now there are complaints going with it, but not playing any of the previous games, you probably won't mind any of them.
Except for Link to the Past and Link's Awakening and Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Time. Those ones are great games.
I mean, I was thinking more of like a 3D Zelda. In terms of a 2D, yeah, I would say Link to the Past, but
Whatever you do when you choose a 3D Zelda game to play, if you're going to play a 3D one first, don't choose Ocarina of Time as your first game. It has aged horribly. It is
kick him out,
awful.
Zach.
No, it's freaking awful, dude. The camera is just spasmodic. The
No,
graphics
it's
are
not.
brown. You You say that Call of Duty 4 is brown. Holy crap! If you're gonna play Ocarina of Time, you better play it on the
Now he's
3DS.
Well, have you played the 3DS version?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, and if you were to compare that to the N64 one, how big of a difference is it?
Oh, it's a big difference. Like I was actually really surprised because my cousin started playing the N64 version. I busted up my 3DS and we were in the same dungeon. I like looked at mine and it is like almost completely unrecognizable because like all this stuff on the walls and stuff, it actually had definition on the 3DS. And then you look at the 64, it's just like smeared poop over the wall. It's not pretty.
I
Because
disagree.
I own both, so I'm like, when I get to that bridge, because I'm still saying I'm going to play it in order, but when I get to Ocarina of Time, I'm debating, should I play the original or the remake?
You should definitely do the 3DS one because not only that, the camera is better, the frame rate dips are not there, and you can also use you can map the steel boots to an item slot, so you don't have to go through the menu every time in the water dungeon to turn them on or off, which is a big time saver.
All right, I'll get into this.
Oh, no.
You see, you know how a lot of people. I'm sure
good in
the
its time.
3DS remake is better, but here's the thing. You know how a lot of people hate Sonic 4 because the physics were completely wrong?
Yes.
It's the same thing with Ocarina of Time 3D.
No, the physics
really
I think were
is.
completely right.
Like I can't.
It's
I
terrible
died
that
on
way.
the first dungeon. Like because they remapped the buttons, so it's like every time I go to swing, I'll accidentally roll.
That's not
The
that's not
shields
the
physics are
physics. That's the
different.
controls.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
was one
control.
aspect of it, but I mean, like, I even the shield doesn't work the same. He jumps different. It's almost like it's delayed. It's hard to.
But if you haven't played like
Yeah, but if
Ocarina
you
of
haven't
Time
played it,
since
yeah.
like '95 or whatever it came out, '97, if you haven't played it at all, then I'd highly suggest doing the 3D one. But if you got
Yeah.
your nostalgia glasses on, then go ahead.
But for me personally, like, it's really hard for me to play. It's because they changed so many things around, and even there's like a couple. It's hard to explain on just through words, but even like the way, because it's not an exact port. It's not just like an HD
Yeah,
texture
it's a
pack.
different engine, but there's always those quirks, maybe with the physics, or maybe there's a different glitch here or there, or something like that, instead of the original ones. But
Yeah, like the world's slightly different. Like I always remember walking from Hyrule Castle to Zora's River. When you could walk, there was like a straight path, but now it's like rounded, and like there's small little things that just annoy me about it. And even the music, like I'm
the
the
music's
only one who
exactly the same almost.
No, but I mean, like I'm pretty sure it's slightly different timed. I'm pretty sure it is. It's because every time I play it, I catch like it just feels off. I can't explain it. It's
Oh no,
just
that
my
sounds the
problem.
exact same to me.
Because that was like basically the first game I actually got into. So I'm not. I've played that game for years before I bought any new ones. So it's kind of like ingrained in my memory.
It's the game that you know inside and out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has its differences, but like if you're brand new to the series or brand new to Ocarina of Time, I'd suggest playing the 3D one first.
What are your thoughts about Skyward Sword?
I haven't played it yet, and I don't really want to. I mean, look at the controls. It's just like whoosh whoosh, gotta swing your arm around, and I don't like that at all.
At first, I hated it. At first, I thought it was so stupid, and it took me a couple aspirins to get through it. But after that, after I got used to the controls and everything, like I honestly wouldn't. I can't. It's hard to go back. I would, if the next Zelda comes out without motion controls, I'm really going to be disappointed. Honestly, once you get used to them, they grow on you. But Skyward Sword's good. It definitely has the best dungeons and all that. But Zach,
don't you think fans would be angry if like the new Wii U Zelda game used a Wii remote? Like,
they will be. They will.
Yeah,
they
that
will
would be bad.
I don't know. Use both. I don't know. Or maybe
I'd rather
just
use
so
the
you can
joypad.
switch.
You get full control schemes. I don't think that should be a problem anymore. You should be able to use the Pro Controller, the gamepad, the Wii Remote. You should be able to use anything, really.
I think that Zelda and stuff like that should stick like specifically to joypad or gamepads and stuff like that, not motion controls. It just doesn't work that well for me.
But have you played Skyward Sword?
Yeah,
No, but I played Twilight Princess on the Wii, and that sucked nuts. And
it's
Skyward
completely
Sword.
different.
Yeah, it's different.
I know it has Motion Plus and all that, but motion controls by themselves, motion controls on anything, I'd rather just use the controller.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
19. See, I don't know.
Wow.
Like, Zach and I, we grew up with the Wii, so we're just kind of used to it. You're a little bit older than us, so not sure
Yeah.
if that's like where the gap is
A bit
with
more
motion
mature.
controls or.
Well, that and
Yeah.
also back when I was like 5 or something like that, we didn't have very much money for video games, so we just got ourselves a Super Nintendo. So even though I'm not like right in the Super Nintendo age group, I actually sort of like grew up on the Super Nintendo. But yeah,
Fun fact.
Sky Pros.
Fun fact, the first system I played was a Super Nintendo.
Me too. My brother's hand me down.
Doesn't even make sense.
I played
Actually,
it as
the
well,
first-
though.
That was the first console I had, but the first console that I actually played was the NES. Is like my cousin's old one.
Mhm.
Yeah, or his family's old one because his family had one for a while, and just go over there. It's like, hey, look, Mario, Kirby, stuff's awesome.
Yeah, I started with Super Nintendo, which is kind of fun, but I wasn't able to really start appreciating stuff until N64 and GameCube was like the golden age for me.
Wait, you're saying N64 is better than Super Nintendo?
Just because it is.
No,
No, but
yes,
I'm saying that I grew up on
N64 games have aged terribly. I mean,
Yeah, but I
awful.
would say the same for Super Nintendo.
No, actually,
because it's
no.
like 2D at its best.
It's 2D, so it doesn't
Yeah.
age as well.
Best.
Oh, man.
I'd
In
argue
terms
that
of graphics, but
I would
The
actually argue-
graphics on the Super Nintendo are amazing.
Order in the courtroom.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'd argue that the NES has aged better than the N64 in some ways, but
I
like
would.
as far as gameplay goes, the N64 is still good, but the frame rates and the graphics just kind of hinder the whole experience.
You could kind of say like the N64 for 3D graphics is sort of like the Atari or Coleco for like 2D graphics. It's brand new thing.
Yeah,
Well,
it
at
was
least
it was
the
new
at least
technologies.
the toy games are playable.
At least the what?
whoa.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
that's a
that's
bit drastic.
no. The N64 games are still playable. I still like play GoldenEye. I still play Banjo Kazooie. Play all those, and I still
But
play.
GoldenEye is so
and I got
terrible now.
Oh, God.
no. It's
All
not
right.
terrible. It's just from a different time.
All right, let me
Yeah.
jump in with my.
No.
Sort of like Zelda, like Ocarina of Time. It's
All
just
right,
from back
so-
then.
Here's the thing. I just got Donkey Kong 64. This is the first time I've owned it, and I'm able to play it. It's obviously not. It's no Super Mario Galaxy in terms of controls, but I'm still able to play it. Granted, I have to keep a rubber band on the controller to hold down the right trigger, but it's
Why?
It
Why you have
centers
to hold
the
on the right? Right. Oh.
centers the camera on the
Why
back.
don't you use the C stick to move the camera around freely instead?
Because then I have to constantly move it. It's
That's the
tedious.
point.
Yeah, but it's different when you have like dual analog versus C stick because you have to keep pressing it and you get a lot of weird angles because you end up having to press the right trigger anyways. So it's kind of like, or I guess bumper. But anyways.
All right, let's say we continue on.
No.
Can I jump in with my
no
YouTube?
Continuing.
Davin, we're continuing.
Wait, no, Zach.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not Zach.
No,
Oh.
we're too far up. We have to just get to the main topic. All right.
Okay.
No, we're not going to the main topic, Cole. That's not even in the question right now.
No.
It's gonna be a long night, isn't it?
What were you saying,
no.
Zavin?
What?
No.
Zach, not Zach. Sorry,
Oh,
Cole.
Jesus.
I'm sick, but
Yeah, okay.
Cole, you were saying that Super Nintendo games aged terribly.
Yes, I would argue that.
But you said the graphics are bad.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you were saying how terrible it was.
No, I didn't. In terms of gameplay.
What are we talking about now?
Super Nintendo.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Zaven, are you done with YouTube?
Next.
Yes.
All right, pass it off to someone.
Eeny, meeny, miny, botza.
All right, Patsa.
No, seriously, we have to skip some of this.
Shut up, Cole.
No,
Cole
we're
can go.
going.
No, done. I'm done.
F it.
No.
Cole can go.
Yeah, Cole, now you have to go.
People haven't been posting videos lately, but
Yeah,
I've been watching a lot of Classic Game Room, Undertow.
Nice.
Is it called Undertow?
Yep.
Okay. What else? I've been watching a lot of boring stuff that a lot of people aren't interested in.
All right, cool.
Sounds
Sounds
talking about
interesting.
politics. What else?
Yay.
So
Let's not even get into that.
Cole's been watching Harlem
Politics
Shake.
suck.
Cole's been watching all Harlem Shake videos lately.
That's not true, but
At my school, the seniors, like, we had a pep assembly, and all of the seniors did the Harlem Shake.
our school did it, or my
You know
school, I
what?
guess.
The
But
freaking Harlem Shake. Get that out of here. That's not even funny. It's not even good. It's
How
bad.
did
I
you
don't
start
think it-
First time my brother showed me, I laughed. But
I
yeah,
didn't
it's
even
got-
laugh. It's just like, oh, look, this dude's dancing. Then they organized it so these guys will dance after he's done dancing. It's not funny.
How
It's
did
not.
they
it's not fun.
start up
It really
anyway?
isn't.
No, it's dumb. It's completely stupid.
Do
All
any
right.
of you know how these came to be? Like, what started this?
Someone watched it and they're like, oh, derp, look at this, but derp.
No, I mean the
They
original video.
share.
Well, that's someone's idea, and then you just did it, and then it caught on.
I do
don't
think
know.
that's cool, like the whole idea of a meme or something or viral. That can just happen now. It's like everywhere.
Uh-huh.
I think that's cool. But...
Yeah.
Coney 2012.
Oh, Lord.
What
Can
if
I
a-
talk about what I've been watching on YouTube now?
Yeah.
Are you done, Cole?
With this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, I've been watching C Nanners. Have you guys ever heard of him? He does
Yeah.
Let's Plays and stuff. I love
Nope.
him and Hutch have been posting a lot of Crisis 3 videos. So I've been watching those.
PC or console?
Console. Yeah.
You fail.
Oh, man.
Not me.
Well, he fails. Whoever fails. If you're playing
Game-
Crisis 3 on console, you fail.
Gamester. His Star Wars Nut 77 channel. He posted a video like, "What the fuck is Hasbro doing with the quality?" It was about like the quality of their
Yeah.
stuff, and a game room tour by Crow. If any of you guys have heard of him,
Yeah.
he did his gamer tour, and
Yeah.
lastly, PlayStation Steph's to Death PlayStation Vita 1 year later. She did this for 3DS too, just talking about it
I
and
saw that.
her games for it. Always enjoy her videos, but yeah, that's pretty much all for me. So, Trevor, what have you been watching?
I've been watching a whole bunch of lazy game reviews, and the YouTube channel for that is Freakin' D. He's awesome because he does a whole bunch of DOS video game reviews, and they're pretty funny. And he does a lot of Sims 2, Sims 3 stuff also. He likes Sims and Maxis in general. He has like a big old Maxis collection with like SimCity, SimAnt, all that. Like pretty much every single version of the box. It's awesome. And then also I've been watching B Bishop PCM, who does videos about old computers, which no one would care around here. But
Around here. Around these parts.
around the YouTube gaming area, nobody cares about old PCs. So, well, except for a select few. Besides that, the completionist here and there, and Game Grumps.
Nice. Game Grumps. Alright. Looks like that's it. That's everyone. So, podcasts. You know Cole and I. So, you know what we usually listen to. So, what are the rest of you been listening to? How about Stick Dude?
I listened to the new All Gen Gamers episode 131.
God.
I listened to that last night. I fell asleep listening to it, so I think I missed the ending. But that was a
Same
good
here.
episode.
Whoa.
No, I do have podcasts. I listen to them when I go
I
to
got
sleep.
back
So
from work.
Trevor's
started
yawning in the
listening.
background. Hold on here. We got an all-gen gamers hater on our hands.
Well, not a
No.
hater, but it just got boring after a while. It's the same
It
thing every
did.
time.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to them too much anymore.
Something
did.
like in the last week, I just like sort of realized how much, like, I really am starting to like Mel Jesus and realizing how good of a fit the podcast he is. Like at first, I didn't think about it. I don't know. I think he's just a really good fit. I really enjoy him. But also the new TV and Lust podcast. That's probably my favorite podcast. I love that.
Oh.
Did he criticize you?
You need
And,
to watch. You need to listen to episode 16 of this podcast to know what
Okay.
happened with TV and Lust.
Oh yeah, would you guys were talking on Twitter, all that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember when I was on Twitter. And also I listened to this podcast actually. I went back and listened to episode 22 and 23.
Heck yeah.
Those are enjoyable. Yeah. So
What's your favorite episode of three you've listened to?
22 with Ari Lewis and Chronolink.
That's right, because Cole wasn't there.
Yeah. And Zaven, what have you been listening to?
Okay. All Gen Gamers, Press Start Podcast. Whenever OKS posted a new one, I listened to that. I don't know when that was. No, I'm checking my podcast app right now. I don't remember.
Yeah, I haven't listened to OKS in a while.
Yeah. Well, the episodes are really short now, like every 2 weeks. So
Yeah. You might as well.
whenever the users posted when I listened to that, whenever that was. Rad Rascals, whenever that was. Have you heard of this podcast called the Hey Listen podcast?
Oh, of course.
Nope.
Aren't we doing that
No.
podcast right now?
Oh.
No, a
Oh.
different one.
Wait a minute.
This-
I'm thinking. No, I was thinking about something else. I don't even have a clue what that podcast is.
Wait,
Well,
wait.
At a gate sex hotline?
Sounds lame.
Here, I'll explain it. It's a podcast where there's no people. He just uploads tracks of video game remixed music. It's called the Hey Listen podcast.
What? You mean one of the other ones named Hey Listen?
Yep.
Wow.
Hey,
Hey, really?
You mean people that just like take YouTube videos and put them on their thing and say, "Oh, look, I did it."
No.
Yep.
No.
What?
Yep.
I'm confused here.
Is that all you've been listening to?
Yes.
You're confusing us, Zaven. Just explain
Okay, so
yourself.
So Trevor, what have you been listening to?
Okay then.
I might have like listened to the All Gen Gamers like 3 episodes back. I haven't listened to the newest 2. I also listened to the Anon Tech podcast, the Comedy Button, the Geek Box, the KB Mod podcast, Level 7 Mod Codcast, Operation Killscreen, Radical Rascals, Retro Computing Roundtable, and the Users Sometimes.
Jesus Christ.
I got plenty of time to waste and play video games during.
You know what? Just not
Yeah.
just not enough time for the Hey Listen podcast. We get it. You know.
Yeah, I know. You guys suck.
Ugh.
Gosh.
I
Oh,
wish.
Jesus. Man, we can't catch a break
Okay.
around here.
Neener.
We're trying to get more than one fan. We got Stickdude on board though, so now we got like 2 or 3 going on. Yes, I do, he says.
So,
Indeed.
Games Amour?
Chat, do you have the outline? What are you saying? What?
We're moving on to games we've been playing now.
Okay, if you want to rush us along, sure.
It
Yeah,
This is
Sorry.
your podcast, after all.
is my podcast. I'm hijacking this shit.
I want to leave already, so hurry up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, games. Cole, no, we're not starting with Cole, actually. That doesn't make sense. Trevor.
Woo! I go first this time.
Yeah.
I've been playing a little bit of Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo. That's an awesome game. I got it for like $5.
Super
and then,
Nintendo games are old and bad.
Yeah.
Wait, did you
Just
get it
like
for
your
$5?
mom. Bad joke. Anyway,
Did you say you got it for $5?
anytime that Steam wants to load here. Okay. So I've been playing a little bit of Borderlands 2 here and there still. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, of course. Crisis 2, the multiplayer on that's awesome. I still need to get Crisis 3. And let's see here. Played a little bit of The Binding of Isaac. League of Legends. Besides that, not much else except for Chex Quest.
What's
Like
that?
Chex
Chex,
Quest?
like Chex Mix, like
Yeah, like Chex the cereal, Chex Quest. It's
Oh, is it like one of those Doritos,
it's an old-
like a Dorito sponsors?
no, it's like it's a Doom clone that's just made by Chex, and it's a pretty good one.
Did
That's
they give
awesome.
Did they give down the cereal box?
Possibly, but you can download it for free now. And also, I've been playing a little bit of SimAnt and SimCity 2000 as usual
Uh-huh.
on my good old computer. So, who's next? Zaven, sure, go.
Okay.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
I've played like
whatever.
yeah.
You're
I've
the only one here who has a picture, so you go.
Really?
Yay.
What?
Well, besides you and me, but
What are you
yeah.
talking about?
I don't know. He has crab legs.
No, that's
He has
poutine.
crab legs.
Crab legs.
Looks like a dissected crab.
It's
No,
poutine.
it's poutine.
Freaking poutine. Okay, poutine can go next.
Okay then. I played like 20 minutes of Final Fantasy 13.
Good
Yeah.
job, freaking
Yeah.
ringleader.
Yeah, I'm gonna totally pass this gentleman's challenge. Yeah.
Final Fantasy 13. Really? Do you not? Zaven?
Oh, here's the problem. I like it, but my Xbox 360 is in my living room, where where the children in my family normally are. So if I
Final
want to use
Hallway
it,
13.
what?
Yeah. Final Hallway 13.
John
Jontron. Awesome.
But yeah, so if I want to use it, I have to be surrounded by my siblings, which I don't want to be.
Oh
Because
no.
I like the feeling of isolation when I'm playing games.
Oh,
So I
good.
only play it when no one's home. But then I feel like I'm forcing myself to play it.
This
So
is
then I
how-
don't want to play it.
This is
It's
how
a serial
gamers-
killer in the making.
This is how gamers get their stereotypes.
Yeah, it's a serial killer in the making. Oh no.
It's because I like the feeling of being immersed in the game with like all the music and just absorbing all the aspects and not being surrounded by
Just-
distractions in the real world.
You despise
Well, that's a little bit
things with a
creepy.
burning passion.
Yeah. So that's why. But if I'm planning on trying to move it, because I'm the only one that actually uses it, so I'm trying to move it to my bedroom. So,
That's
yeah,
logical. That's logical. Why didn't you do that before?
because I'm trying to convince my dad. I'm slowly easing him into the idea.
What? Yes.
He doesn't want you to have an Xbox in your room because you can get on it and look at like Internet
Sexbox.
Explorer. Yeah, you can get on there and on the Internet Explorer on the Xbox and look at some sex box.
I'm on my laptop right now in my bedroom, so
He's already doing.
That's different. It has an antivirus. I don't know.
actually I don't. I don't have any virus program currently.
It has a he turned on the child blocks on your internet, so you can't look at boobies.
I think he's past that. He's got like 8 tabs open already.
Okay, so
So professional.
I play on the 3DS. I put like 5 hours into. I started Tales of the Abyss because of your guys' roundtable. It made me feel like playing Tales of Vesperia,
Nice.
but I didn't, so I started this game,
Nice.
which I'm enjoying. Even though a lot of people say the main character's really annoying, which he is, but I mean it's not like unbearable. Like turn the system off now. Annoying. It's actually good. And the game I've put the most time into, Fire Emblem, Dawn of Radiance, Path of Radiance, and the GameCube.
Represent.
Yeah. Alright, so in 1.5 months, I've put 14 hours into Final Fantasy 13. In 1 week, I've put in 15 hours into Path of Radiance.
Nice. I love you.
So yeah, I'm really enjoying that game.
And we're not gonna let anyone put you down about it.
Is Cole even here?
Cole's like never here during the podcast. He just sits
Yes, I
there.
am.
Lets everyone else do the work.
And I've been reading a book, so that's it.
What's
Reading
that?
a
More
book.
so, I didn't want to get kicked out.
Reading a book.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the
video.
thing- That's a game. That's part of your games you've been playing.
Yes.
Nice. And you're not even gonna say what book. You're just gonna say you've been
Oh,
reading
okay.
a book.
I've been reading a couple books. You want me to go into this?
No.
Have you been watching TV and movies too?
Okay, so it's a book called E equals
I've been-
MC squared.
I've
It's
been playing
basically
Frisbee.
Is it your math book?
no, it's not.
Einstein autobiography.
No, it's a pleasure book I bought. It
Oh, what?
basically
Pleasure.
What's your
I'm getting sweaty just thinking about it.
Energy is the equation for energy. Nice.
no, basically it's because I'm starting physics next year, and it's something that really interests me. So I bought this book. It basically is like the basics on it, and it's like in a humorous tone throughout the book, and I'm enjoying it, which
Sick.
no one cares about. So I'm moving on. Cole, what have you been playing?
Wow, that's your pleasure book.
What have I been playing?
that was abrupt.
All right.
Don't go into Cole yet. What's going on here? You leave
Essentially-
Cole for last.
Why?
Dang it all.
All right.
I'll
Who's
be back.
Cole?
I ran out of tissues.
All right.
What are you crying? Yeah.
No, it's for the porn,
Oh yeah,
tissues.
that's it.
Oh god.
Basically, I've been playing some Pokemon trading card game online, bought some more cards.
Of course.
I attempted to give away a code, didn't work out.
Yeah, Zaven doesn't even know how to spell nay.
Nay,
He put nah and as his tweet.
I'm not giving that to him. It's fun. I am just raping these small children. It's
Oh.
That's inappropriate, sir.
I've also been playing some Clash of Clans.
Nice.
Yeah, this is an iOS game. I've already talked about it. It's basically Farmville on steroids, and it's much more like Age of Empires kind of. It's kind of like mixed with that. That is a fun game. I've still, it's a type of game where, hey, wait 12 hours until your gold mine is level 7 or whatever. So usually, like, I'll be in economics class or some other bunch, and I'll just all right, I'll upgrade you here, and I'm just doing that throughout school. It's making it more bearable, I guess. Zach, stop the bubble wrap. What's going on? All right. I've also been playing some Crashmo. Actually, well, let me take that back. I haven't played it. I just downloaded it because it's on sale for $5.99, which I believe it's $6.99 right now, or that's the actual price. So I thought I might as well get it. I also purchased Pokemon Dream Radar on the eShop, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's basically like that one built-in 3DS game. I believe it's called Face Raiders. It's the same thing, but you shoot clouds and Pokemon come out, and you get to capture them and transfer them to your game. So it's actually pretty cool. Other games. Actually, I just have one more written down. Fire Emblem Awakening. I'm at 34 hours. I'm on my second playthrough on Lunatic, and this game is still amazing. Much better than last time. The story,
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
Okay, and so does this game fall after any other game story-wise, or
Yes,
is it like
it does.
It does? Which one?
Well, basically, how the whole Fire Emblem thing works out is that no, it does, Zach.
No, you don't know.
No, it.
Yeah, kind of, but you don't need.
This game takes place a millennium after the original Fire Emblem, which there are sequels to that game, but this is in the future. Basically, it's. I mean, the main character in this game is basically a descendant of Marth. So, and the continent's a different name, and it's just kind of like they throw you off with it, but it is, yeah.
It's my first Fire Emblem, and I don't really feel like I'm missing out on anything. But then again, I wouldn't know if I was missing out.
No,
It is great.
You're probably not. No.
I mean, because I really don't know that much. Because in Smash Brothers, there's Moth, Ike, and Roy. So each of those characters from different games in the series, like main characters.
Yes and no. Trying to think.
I mean,
Roy, see, I believe Ike, Path Radiance and Radiant Dawn, I believe those are separate universes.
Yeah.
But Roy, I can't remember. He might be from a different continent than the one from Shadow Dragon with Marth. So, because I know it's like Arcania or something like that with Marth, and then I can't remember what it was called in
What in the world?
that.
Turn off your air conditioner.
Sick dude. We're losing you.
What?
There's a huge sound coming.
Did he just get raped?
I
Slender
think
Man.
he brought out the vibrator.
No,
So-
Slender Man.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I was listening to All Gen Gamers, and Metal Jesus said that Drunken Master Paul and his wife played Rez.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Slender. Yeah.
I felt strange.
Wait, what did you say? I missed it.
Wait, me?
Yes.
Drunken Master Paul played Rez with his wife.
With the vibrator.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how he knows this or why he told us, but
Who said this?
Metal Jesus.
Why would he tell anyone that?
I don't know. I didn't want to know. But I don't know, Trevor, do you have any thoughts pertaining
About-
towards that
About what?
statement? Rez vibrator.
What? Stick dudes?
What?
No,
What?
Metal Jesus. All right, so Fire Emblem.
I'm not even paying attention right now. I'm
No,
just too
he's
busy.
typing in the chat. Stop.
I'm too busy typing in the chat, wondering about what happened to Stick Dude's mic. Sounded like he got caught by Slender Man.
Is it all right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but like that whole Ultra Games episode where they talking about the cosplay was kind of weird because like I've never heard Pete talk in that kind of manner.
Yeah, it was. It was.
What episode was this?
The
The
new
newest
one.
one, 131.
Yeah, I still haven't listened to that one.
I mean, because listening to old episodes, Pete's always been whenever they talk about, like, anything sexual, he just, like, stops talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, like-
he always says like no comment or something.
Or he just, like, goes and, like, plays something. Or he
Okay,
just
okay, well-
does nothing. But,
Yeah.
like, he actually, like, contributed this time, which was odd.
Well, I guess I gotta see it then.
You
See
mean
what?
listen?
Yeah.
All right, so
You can't see it. He's probably playing with himself the whole time. It's gross.
it's like your male genitalia. You just can't see it. So
No, you can't see it over the
fast-
internet unless you go to lemonparty.com.
Pokemon card on that.
I'm telling all your listeners right now to go to lemonparty.com. It's the best thing ever.
Don't do it.
Oh, what's the website again? Lemon.
Zaven, you're like 14.
Lemonparty.com.
All right, so
Pokemon card unwrapping 2.1.
It's like the annoying orange.
uh-huh.
Annoying Navi uploaded a video. Pokemon card unwrapping 2.1.
Two-
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
Stick to.
Slenderman. No.
he's getting probed.
Oh God. Why? So annoying Navi uploaded this Pokemon card unwrapping 2.1. What does that even mean?
It's my second unwrapping, and it's part 1.
2 part 1. I don't get it.
All right, so who wants to
That's a
talk about their
terrible
games?
title.
He's got 2 parts for his number 2 episode, I
Uh-huh.
guess.
Yep.
Wow.
It's for the commercial breaks.
That's just a lazy title. It's like reminds me of some other titles you've made.
I
that are
uploaded it from my phone.
So
Alright.
lazy.
Oh yeah, I got insert
Yeah.
name here, episode 50, part 1B.
All right, who's talking about their games? Who else
You
I
gotta
is
haven't
there?
pass it off. You gotta pass it off.
Who hasn't talked?
I haven't.
I haven't.
All right.
Will speak.
You have to pass it. You have to pass it.
It's
I
not
don't know what to do
basketball.
unless I get past it.
Yeah, there's 2
I
people
pass
left.
it to you.
Oh,
Ooh.
I intercepted it and caught it.
Dun, dun,
No.
dun.
Yeah.
This is in the baton pass.
So games I've been playing. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I played a quick online match. Not really much of that. But then the only other game I've really been playing is Fire Emblem Awakening. So yeah, everyone's talking about this now, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm still in the very beginning though. I think Cole's at the same spot I'm at after beating the game already like 8 times. So, yeah, I just got Marth, and I just got I just beat like chapter 4, I think, or chapter 5, something like that.
I'm already ahead of you.
Exactly. I'm a little more healthy about it than you are. But I've been enjoying it. But me and my brother have been playing a bunch of the double duels though. They're
what?
actually double duels. There's
Is that 2-on-2? Or
it's basically where you team up because there's a pair up system we talked about in this game that you can do now, where you can fight side by side or at least boost stats of someone next to you, and you can connect like locally to other people with the game, and you can team up and fight like certain teams. And I think like all of them are pretty much all of them are led by people you can eventually have as part of your
Yeah, they are.
group. So yeah, they're actually really challenging, a lot of them, like especially it expects you to play a lot of the game. Like you can't just go in there and do them all in the beginning. You actually have to level up a while before doing some of them. But we've been challenging ourselves, using different strategies, trying to defeat even the harder ones, but we can't really do that many of them at this point. But
is
that's
that
been
the
fun.
online component of the game? Like, are you versing actual people, or?
No, you
Oh,
it's like set teams they have already. Because
okay.
Cole said when I was asking about it, he said there was gonna be like online, but I was disappointed to see that there actually wasn't.
There is.
What? What is there then?
I'm pretty sure
You can't
there
fight.
is.
You can't.
Because you have your team, you have like a street pass or spot pass team that you make.
It's only through Street Pass so you can do anything. That's another interesting thing. The way they incorporate stuff is if you pass someone Street Pass with the game, then their team will show up on the world map, and you can actually fight with them to get the leader as part of your group.
Okay, that did happen to me, but that sucks because it's a computer controlling their team, right? When you fight them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, so that was like
annoying.
extremely easy. Wasn't.
But
Someone needs to be added.
what? What are you talking about?
If you pay attention to the chat.
Zaven needs to.
Oh Jesus! Where's Zaven?
I don't know. He needs to be added because he's on his phone.
I'm hearing myself again. What's going on here? Zaven. Oh.
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
we can, Zaven. Okay, I'm done with my games. That's about it. So I'll throw the ball back to Stick Dude.
All right. I guess I'll keep going. I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem. I've been playing a lot of it, and I have
You
not
just
been playing
stole
on
our
casual.
answers. You just stole our answers.
Yeah.
Unoriginal.
I just wanted to keep it Fire Emblem talk, but I've never played Fire Emblem game, and I haven't really played a lot of strategy RPGs, so I've been loving it. And once I finish this, I'm gonna start playing some more strategy RPGs. Like I got Final Fantasy Tactics on PSP that I want to play, but it's really good. I put like 25 hours into it, but through like constantly restarting battles and stuff, my save point only says like 13 hours. So, but that, and I've also today I started the Halo 4 campaign because my brother brought it over, and it was pretty good. The only other Halo game I've really put a substantial amount of time into is Halo 3. So there's a lot of differences. A lot of you can sprint. Some of the buttons are different, and the online is very different. It's very sort of Call of Duty-fied with you have loadouts and you have level unlocks and you have sprint and you have kill streaks. So that was fun. But also I finished Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, and
Whoa.
I'm jealous of you.
that was a great RPG. I love that game. If you have a PlayStation 3 and you like RPGs, I think it's a must-have.
I don't have a PS3. I'm like, I want to get one just for that game.
Yeah, I pretty much did because I got my PS3 only like less than a month before it came out.
Huh.
But yeah, and lastly, I've been playing some Nier, put like 5 hours into that, and It's a really cool action RPG. It's open world, which I like. Which I don't know. A lot of like JRPGs that I play aren't really open world in the sense that this one is. So it's a lot of fun
Yeah.
doing the side quests and stuff in that game. So that's all I've been playing.
Nice.
Have any of you played the Splinter Cell Shadow Wars game on the 3DS?
I heard it was terrible.
I have not.
Nope.
The strategy game one?
Oh,
What's
the
that?
strategy one? I thought you were talking about the other one. The strategy one I've heard is good.
Yeah. If you if you like the strategy games, you should get that. It's not expensive and it was pretty good.
No.
Yeah, I've been on the lookout for it
No.
actually. I've been wanting it.
No.
No?
Maybe when it's like $5, but like
I paid
I've read
$8
about
for
it.
it.
I've read about it, and a lot of the elements from that game just bore me from what I've
Wow.
read. Like, you only have like 4 or 5 characters throughout the game or something, right?
Yeah.
See, that it just sounds
Oh
boring.
Jesus.
But,
If
like-
I'm gonna get a new strategy game, I want to get what's the one that came out for 360 and PS3? The
XCOM?
yeah.
Yeah, I got that for Christmas, but it's still sealed.
I kind of want that too.
I really want that.
I want
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
Oh. Stop! Who's beating their mic? Like
That's Trevor.
freaking,
Trevor.
I'm not touching my mic.
Oh.
it's like
Oh,
a heart
that's
from your mic.
Huh.
Something.
all right.
So,
New...
Did we skip random stuff to add for crap we've been
Nope.
doing?
No, just
that's
Zaven.
that's only if I have anything to add, really.
The random
It's only
stuff
if
we
we
had
have-
was the Legend of Zelda debate,
No.
Oh.
No.
right?
No,
Oh, I thought
no,
that was like the personal life thing.
No, we're not really doing that anymore. But
Oh.
we have. Well, you can add it. We talked a little bit about random life stuff. You can add it if you'd like, but.
Okay, I do, because I want to
Oh,
rant.
jeez. You went to where? France?
No, I want to rant.
You went to France.
No.
All right, so
You know what? Just
it's all right.
you know
White
what?
Town
Fine. Go to the
Kids,
news.
White Town Children.
News. Did you Cole? There was the only thing really for news. Like we're not counting the PS4 stuff in here. That's gonna be the main topic. But the only thing I really know is that there was a Nintendo Direct in Japan. But is there anything else you had to mention, Cole?
Final Fantasy X can run on the Vita now. They're
Yeah, the Vita
giving
Direct,
out
right?
screenshots, and The Witcher 3 is going to be on PS4.
Oh, that looks great. I can't wait. Reading Game Informer's cover story of that.
Uh-huh.
It's
That's
exciting.
about it. Did someone just...
Oh my God, who's laughing? Is that Trevor?
No, I'm pretty sure.
Trevor, stop posting pictures. What is this madness? You're spamming this chat. I'm not looking at your Obama skeet shooting photo.
No, he's freaking got a guitar.
What the heck?
Oh, that's awesome.
Did somebody rip ass?
What?
Never mind.
It's only your freaking nightly schedule.
I want to make this my signature.
Okay then.
Obama
News.
seat.
There was
That's
a
great.
guys. There was a Nintendo Direct in Japan. Did anyone care about that?
Nope.
What was it?
Exactly.
What did they say?
Nothing.
Just got a lot of
nothing.
Japan stuff, like Tomodachi Collection 3DS coming. It's a
Stuff that we'll
handheld
never
life
get.
simulator like The Sims. A la Animal Crossing. There's also Professor Layton and the Ozron Legacies. 6th game in the series.
Oh yeah.
There's
fun.
Yokai Watch and Dragon Ball Heroes Ultimate Mission, Super Robot Wars UX,
What?
Shin Megami Tensei 4 Season
Oh,
Mate
that's
third release.
something that we'll get, right?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
And Zelda Game Boy Color games, Oracle Seasons, and Oracle Ages will be hitting the eShop early March in Japan, apparently.
Those games are good, but I have it on Game Boy, so I don't care.
I
And it's
don't.
not coming out here, so whatever.
And Monster Hunter 4, a new trailer, and scheduled for release this summer.
And we're
Castlevania
just getting
Lords-
Monster Hunter 3.
Castlevania
Well, I guess we
Lords
had
of
tried, but-
Shadows. Castlevania Lords
Fair
of
enough.
Shadows sees a Japan release March 20th. Touch Detective Fungai's Big Breed was due out the week after that. Guild 2 releases 3 separate download titles. Dragon Quest X Beta for the Wii U. Hunter 3 U 3DS will receive an update to play online via net adapter. Fascinating stuff.
The Vita got a $50 price drop in Japan, right? But they said it won't come state here. It's only going to be for Japan, the price drop.
Yeah, because it's all like Western games, really. So it needs it.
What the heck?
Anyways, so do you want to get into main topic stuff?
Yeah. Here, let me.
All
How
right.
about this?
Sure, I'm
Here's how
ready
we're
to
gonna
rip
do it.
No,
Hole in
no,
the
I already have
PS4.
it planned out. I already have it planned out.
So did I, though.
No, you didn't. I was the one
I
who came
did,
up with
though. I
this.
have it
I
all
was the
written
one who
down.
came up with the topic.
All right. So this is how we're gonna do it. We're
What
gonna
was
go
your
from
idea? No,
game to
me and-
game.
No,
Give our thoughts on it. Okay.
Out the hardware first.
I was gonna go through.
Yeah, including that, but
I was gonna go through segment by segment on each thing that happened at the PlayStation meeting.
We should do hardware first.
Yep.
That's part of it.
Yeah, but hardware first.
That's in the beginning.
But first. Yeah.
is that easy?
Also, can we include the release specs for it because they did release official specifications.
Well, like the
Uh-huh.
x86 CPU, highly enhanced PC GPU, 8
God,
gigabytes
the
DDR5
Don't
memory.
even go with the highly enhanced. Don't even give me that. That's baloney. Don't even say supercharged. That's so dumb, dude.
Blast processing.
Dude, it's blast processing all over again.
Hard off.
Dude.
Okay. And supercharged PC architecture.
Okay.
Local
Let me say
storage
right
hard
now,
drive.
the CPU in that console is highly underpowered. Okay, it says the specs are 8 Jaguar cores. You know what Jaguar is? It's AMD's response to AMD's response to Intel Atom, which is a netbook processor, a mobile processor. So basically, you got a netbook in your console.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's okay. The PS3 cell processor is almost as good as this.
Wow.
It's hardly an upgrade at all.
Yeah, but we say so.
Does it play
PS
games?
Yeah, but freaking
Then
okay.
what else do you need?
Imagine
Zom-
3 or 4 days, 3 or 4 years down the line. This is going to be the massive bottleneck in the system, and it's going to be holding the whole thing back because the GPU inside of it is good. It's better than the GPU I have in my PC right now. That's a good thing, but the CPU is going to be bottlenecking the whole system, and it's going to be holding the thing back.
How does
Because
it
the
compare
CPU
to
is
the
slow.
Wii U though? Like, would you?
Well,
think
I'd still.
it's-
This is better than the Wii U because the Wii U is basically an overclocked GameCube processor with 3 cores. It's a tri-core GameCube processor on overclockedness.
See, I don't know anything about that kind of stuff.
But it
Yeah,
plays
I can't hold a
games.
conversation.
Yeah, well, guess what? The Jaguar played games, and you know how bad that was because its CPU architecture was a mess. What about the
Exactly.
Saturn? You gotta mind this stuff.
Do the
But the
math,
games
man.
are still good.
Do the Atari
No.
math.
Like in 3 years,
No.
that it's gonna be like, oh, Xbox 720, maybe it has a better CPU. And getting you're in the dust. You're getting the crappy ports.
You want these consoles to be more powerful, Zaven.
As long as
Yeah.
it plays games, what's the problem?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
with
let's see here.
Zaven.
Let me just put like a GTX 690 in this baby and put the Intel 8088 in here and make it play some games like, let's see here.
I completely
SimCity
understand
2000
what you're saying.
or some. It wouldn't even do SimCity 2000.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I can
So-
completely relate with what you're saying. I have so much knowledge on the subject.
Well,
It's funny.
let's pair the highest end GPU of PCs today plus the slowest CPU. Well, it's the CPU out of the original PC from 1982, the Intel 8088. It runs at 4.77 megahertz. It's slow. It's like pairing those two together. It's not an even good combo.
That just
Yeah.
doesn't sound good.
I
with
heard that.
with PCs, you want to have a balanced build, so not one part is bottlenecking the rest.
No, but at school, somebody I heard talking about PlayStation 4,
Okay.
and he was like talking to his friend. He's like, "Wow, I guess they have to make new TVs just so the games can actually be supported because it's so powerful that
Okay, I think I know what they're talking about. Maybe
4K?
possibly 4K, and it's
Yeah.
not going to do 4K.
Yeah,
I can guarantee you that. Even
it always
high-end PCs can't play games at 4K, and there is no content for video playback at 4K. It's like putting 1080p on a GameCube.
One of the higher up execs at Sony had a interview after the conference, like a day after, where he talked about some stuff like region locking and the small things, and he said it will support 4K, but only with like viewing photos and a pre-recorded video. So the games will not support 4K resolution.
Yeah, but there is absolutely no 4K content right now. It's pretty much useless. And you know how much 4K TV costs right now?
Well, we'll see how much it does in
$20,000
5 years, 4 or 5 years.
Well, 5 years, this thing can be outdated.
Yeah, but I mean 4K though, that's really all you need. I mean, if 1080 is like
that's what they said about 1080p, and now they're going 4K. There's 8K coming up after 4K.
Please no.
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
Well,
4K, I mean, I think they can still jump up with it, but it's not.
You might as well not.
It's not necessary now, but by the time that the technology and the price comes down, it will be necessary. That's what everybody said about 1080p and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at that. He's got a 690 or something now. It's like unnecessary because you're not using all the power because the games don't have that much graphics for it to render. But maybe a couple years down the line, it's perfectly fine. It's actually being pushed. Technology progresses.
All right. Well, that's the hardware.
Right. So then we can go into the controller. All right. So
I don't really like
the new features were that they enhanced the feel of the joystick and trigger buttons, giving a tighter set of control over in-game actions. An enhanced rumble capability, a touchpad, a share button, a headphone jack to give enhanced social interaction, and a light bar, which is a simpler way to identify players.
Actually, that's more like just Move 2.0 built into the controller.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to be like a 6-axis feature where you sort of...
Yeah, it's going to be like 6-axis, but like Move, because you remember how Move had the light on it. And also a headphone jack. We had Bluetooth, you know. That's a lot better.
The NES had a headphone jack on its controller, on some controllers.
Only on the what is it, the Hudson Joy thing. I have one of those, but
there was another, I forget what it was called.
Why would you need a headphone jack for a PS4? Because if you're gonna hook up a mic to it, you're gonna do Bluetooth, and if you have a headset, you're gonna hook it directly up to the console itself for the better audio output than having it go through Bluetooth to the controller and then to your headphones. It's
mainly because they're trying to copy Nintendo.
More like Xbox 360. That's what had the headphone jack.
And what's the point of a share button?
Oh, that's a whole other thing that looks awesome.
I don't like the share button.
I'm
first,
excited for it.
why can't that be a menu function? Because I can just see myself like having my thumb slip off the D-pad and hit that randomly, so it starts eating up my internet and stuff.
I don't know.
Because made for
you don't
streaming.
think they might have something to like confirm it though? It doesn't just automatically start doing it. You don't think? It'll be like, are you sure?
But it would be annoying if you accidentally hit it in the middle of a game and died or something. Why not just have it so you can hit the?
That's not like.
But why can't you have it so where you hit the PlayStation button, it brings you into a menu, and then you select the stream or share?
Well, isn't the share like the new PlayStation button? Is there a PlayStation button?
Yes, there is a PlayStation button. It's in the middle, below the touchpad, which is completely useless in my opinion.
Yeah, the touchpad is. I just hope they the PlayStation 3's controllers, the analog sticks, their tension is like really loose, so like shooters and stuff are terrible on it. I hope they.
No, I actually like the loose joysticks, so I can just move my thumbs around. But that's me.
I hate it.
The new one.
Also,
the new controller seems a lot more tight though.
Well, you can't judge that just by looking at it. You have to feel it. But one thing that I can judge by looking at it that I won't like is the tops of the joysticks, how they kind of are convex and concave.
Yeah,
because I like the PS3 controllers joysticks the best convex, so where it can roll off my thumb instead of having it concave and suck in my thumb, so I have to move my whole finger around to move the joystick, if you know what I mean.
I think concave is better. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
It feels better, and your thumbs aren't slipping off. And I like how they changed the triggers, so your triggers are terrible. Your fingers are constantly slipping off the PlayStation's triggers.
No,
I like how they
I
made
don't
it
understand why people say that their fingers are constantly slipping off them. I've never had mine slip off because, well, I'm not giving mine a death grip for one, and also I'm not using my secondary, like my middle fingers for the second triggers. I just use my pointers for both triggers on both sides.
Playing like a racing game or something where R2 is like the gas button. It's definitely like the 360's RT. I think is way superior for some function like that.
Yeah, but it works still. I really don't see what people mean by their fingers fall off of it.
So in other
here's
words,
the
the
way I
controller's
can.
not very good.
I'm not really a fan of it, and also
What are they
like,
gonna do with that touchpad?
well,
It's probably for like
it's
iOS.
probably for
yeah.
no, it's probably for iOS.
Well, like those style, that style
Well,
type of
it's
games.
it's
You know,
too
your little
small
Angry
for that.
Birds and
Like if you hold
I
your
thought-
PS3 controller in your hands, what are you gonna use it for? Like moving around the mouse in a browser or something? It's just too small.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's really,
thinking. But
really
I mean,
awkward
what else would
spot.
it be for?
It's a really
It's too-
awkward spot too, though.
It's also an awkward spot when you have to move your thumbs over the joysticks to reach it.
Yeah.
I have a theory
in-
that it's probably for some hentai games where you can rub it in some spots.
Japan. In Killzone, they briefly mentioned that like during the sort of cutscene that when he's on the helicopter, you can sort of use that to look around, which is stupid because that's like what the analog sticks are for. Like,
Or-
it
Like
has
even use 6-axis or something, or the joysticks for that. I mean, you move your thumb over the joysticks and stuff. It's
I think the touchscreen is the low point of the controller. I think everything else is an improvement. And
well, it's not a
touch
screen
screen is
either.
just-
It's just a
well, not
touchpad.
touchpad. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might even be putting this on just to, in a way, compete with Nintendo. Have some type of touch. Who is breathing to their mic?
That is
Jesus.
not me.
But it.
Not
Yeah,
me.
no, it's fine.
Let's all just make orgy sounds.
Orgy.
Yeah. It's always fun.
No,
anyway,
it's-
so it also comes
I'll
with a
make it.
stereo camera which can sense the depth of the environment in front of the controller and track the 3D position of the controller via its light bar.
Move
Mhm.
2.0 or Connect ripoff / Move 2.0.
So
Well,
kind
not Connect ripoff because they did that with the Move. Like right around this time they connected it stuff, but whatever.
yeah, they're kind of stuck with the motion control thing now, where they have to keep it going because they tried promoting it. So
When's the last
like-
time you've heard of a game using Move? Never.
Until Dawn or whatever, that survival horror game that they're coming out with.
They need
It's interesting. That's move.
porn games.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
And those two.
You know how the Move is shaped. You just stick it up your bum.
Yeah. But like Media Molecule, when they showed their demo of like the sculptures and how they used the Move to sculpt like 3D figures and stuff. That was
Well, that
pretty-
game didn't-
I don't
that
really get how it worked, but
That game doesn't really interest me.
I don't think it's a game. I think it was just
Well,
like
the
a-
demo or whatever.
Yeah.
Neither did like the. What didn't they have like a Little Big Planet or something like that coming out for it?
I don't think so.
Something about dreams and stuff. Some wacky crap.
I think it was a bit sexual.
I know what half the people
Yeah.
are dreaming about.
So the system memory is GDDR5, which gives it 176 gigabytes of bandwidth.
Per second, but GDDR5 is basically RAM that's designed for memory, not for the system. This is weird because it's got 8 gigabytes of it and it's unified. Usually a PC or something like that has like 8 gigabytes of DDR3 and then like 1 or 2 gigabytes on the video card itself of GDDR5. So I'm wondering if this is going to affect the price because GDDR5 is more expensive than DDR3, and I'm wondering why you would need it's going to split that RAM down the middle or wherever it wants to for splitting between the graphics and the CPU. So I'm wondering why wouldn't you just go with like 3 gigabytes for the video of GDDR5 and then have like 5 or 6 or whatever gigabytes for the CPU of DDR3. It's not really needed. It's kind of odd.
I don't know, you're just our residential expert on this technological stuff.
Yeah. Go PC, Master Race.
So So they had an Unreal Engine 4 shown as a tech demo, and they had a tech demo of Havoc's Million Objects Physics Simulation.
No, none of those demos were real time. None of them, except for Watch Dogs demo. That
But
is
they
the only one that's
specifically said. Oh, sorry.
They specifically said it, but they didn't.
Yeah.
You know, it's advertisement. It may or may not be real. The only concrete evidence that I have that Watch Dogs is the real demo is because you know how on every demo it had that like the side walls of the place like kind of reflecting the image on the screen, so the whole thing was just like pre-rendered. Then Watch Dogs was only that one screen in the front, and I've seen, well, it looks like something that would be more capable of what like current PCs and consoles would be more capable of instead of ridiculous high-res, no aliasing, weird stuff. And it also had some vertical tearing here and there, so it looked pretty legitimate to me. But yeah.
They revealed a game called Knack.
It looks like a DreamWorks film.
That's what I was gonna say. It looks like almost like a Pixar thing.
It looks like Shrek or something.
Yeah.
No, not Pixar. Pixar is somewhat different. It looks like DreamWorks.
like almost like a Wreck-It Ralph.
I like that style though.
I don't.
I do.
All the games there were pretty stylized. Nothing really like showed off the capabilities. What I think, except for Killzone and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna say Knack. Would it be like the gameplay where one level is like you solve puzzles with it, and one level you're just the big form of Knack, just crushing stuff? It could be interesting. Could have a lot of variety.
Looks like a generic third person and 3D beat 'em up platformer. Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank. It almost looked like Ratchet and Clank in that one part where like that dude had to shut off all his objects and go through the lasers and stuff.
All right. So then they talked about the next design task for the team being a large user experience using 5 key principles: simple, immediate, social, integrated, and personalized. The immediate, they wanted to suspend and resume gameplay by pressing the start button. Games reserved in RAM. A secondary custom chip to manage uploads and downloads in the background or with the power off, and play games even as they are being downloaded.
You know, some of the stuff like the PS3 quote unquote backwards compatibility is not backwards compatibility at all. It's just streaming off like on live pretty much, except this is what they call it. It's dumb.
Or at least that's what they hope to. They said they hope to in the future.
They said it couldn't be backwards compatible because like the cell processor in the PlayStation 3, right?
Also, not only that is good grief.
What in the world?
Hang up on annoying Navi. Stop it.
Jesus Christ.
But
what was that?
Cole.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, so one thing that.
Shower?
Anyway, another thing that makes it so not that it can be emulated on the PS4 is not only is it like pretty much the same, like almost the same kind of as powerful as the PS3 CPU, which means that emulation ain't happening. Is that the PS3 CPU is PowerPC, while this one's x86 slash x80 or x64, so it's not the same architecture, so it's incompatible with each other.
What I liked was the thing where it's sort of like a PSP or 3DS where you can just press the power button and it suspends the game and you can just leave. So you don't have to turn it on and go through all the, like, everything you have to deal with when you want to start up your game.
Nifty.
That's pretty nice.
Because I abused the shit out of that with my 3DS, just closing it all the time.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's a good feature.
The social concepts that seem kind of interesting were hardware would be added into the PS4 to support social, always-on video compression and decompression hardware.
Which means you can pretty much stream whatever game anytime, which is who's going to watch you? That's the question. Why?
Yeah, you can share videos while you play, or you can browse a live video of a friend playing a game.
Okay,
You
and
s-
another thing I saw was that you can have someone else take over your game if you need help.
That was
And
cool.
no, that is
No?
that's a bad idea.
Why?
Say Anonymous takes over, you are not going to play your games again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Oh,
You are
but you
not
do
going to
that with
play
your
those games
friends, right?
again. Yeah, you can do that with your friends, but if PSN gets hacked again or something, you're not going to have direct control of your games. So, yeah, they'd be like all screwing with you. It's such a bad idea.
But
It's basically a remote desktop or whatever. So
it's got some potential though. Like
well, it's got potential. It's kind of a cool idea, but like with Sony's past, with PSN getting hacked and they saying like their stuff is unhackable and stuff, it's only a matter of time.
But,
in a way, yeah. Go ahead.
with the live streaming stuff, so can someone view you from a PC, like you
Yeah.
live streaming, or
Yeah, you stream to Ustream or
okay, so it's not only other people on the PlayStation that can
I
be.
think that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I think
Could
that's
they
awesome.
stream to like Twitch?
No,
No,
they
they're
it just
partner
doesn't support
Ustream.
Switch. It's only Ustream, which is kind of stupid
Yeah.
because
'Cause I
Twitch
could
is Twitch
is
is the
like
place to stream games.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
a
could see-
partnership though.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
they just couldn't afford Twitch, or what?
No, they couldn't. No, they just didn't want to. They already had a deal going on with Ustream. They could afford whatever they want, really.
Twitch probably would have died to get that.
And what I think is cool with the marketplace, with how they're with Redkai or whatever, the cloud streaming service, I would never like buy a game to live stream it just with like input lag and stuff like that. But all the demos are on the cloud, so you can just constantly pick and choose and go from each one.
But that wouldn't give you the feel of the game because there's input lag between when your signal is sent to the server and then the picture sent back, so it won't give you like a one-to-one feeling of the gameplay. But it'll give you a good idea of the game mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's why it's cool. It's just instant. You have the whole marketplace at your fingertips, like instantly. That's great.
That's if you have the internet to do it.
Yeah.
That whole like allowing friends to help you out is kind of a little bit of a response to the Miiverse on Wii U, but
It's cool, but yeah.
It was more so a response once they started getting into how you could stream games, talk with friends, have comments pop up on the screen. Friends, they can take over, and friends can drop in items to be used during the game.
That's cool.
Was this the Tingle Tuner?
Yeah.
Zaven wouldn't understand. He hasn't played Zelda.
Yeah, but I know of what you were talking about.
No, shh.
But the part adding in
Silence.
but can I speak now?
No.
Okay then. So, but the idea of your
Whoa.
friends, your
We said
friends
no.
adding it.
He's taking over now.
Okay,
Whoa.
so this is the Hey Zaven podcast
Hey, Zaven!
with my co-host Stick Dude and our guests.
No.
Our guests annoying Navi and Cole.
Hey!
Yeah,
Thanks for having us on.
yeah. Can someone kick out that Tr3vor guy while
No.
we're at it?
You guys are running the podcast, so you guys got to do that.
Do not pass go to not collect $200. No.
So,
But-
Zaven, what do you want to say?
But what I'm saying, the idea of like your friends dropping in items into a game seems like just wrong. Basically, like your friends can watch you play. Oh no, you're dying at the fire boss. Here, have a health potion or something.
But
like
if you
that.
don't have friends,
Yeah, like me, I don't even go. I've never played a video game online with people.
What?
I have not played an online game.
Oh, jeez.
I don't
Missing
play
out.
with friends.
Oh no, serial killer time.
Zaven's coming out.
Uh-oh.
What games would I play online?
Competitive
Um,
multiplayer games.
Oh yeah, all
Call of Duty.
I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
Call of Duty.
Why
Uh.
you've never tried online though? It's totally different.
I
I'm gonna play devil's
He's
advocate
right.
here and defend Call of Duty.
Actually, why do you hate Call of Duty?
Oh,
Don't even give me the copy and paste baloney because Mario does it too. You know.
Okay, no,
You're
it's not
supposed
copying. Well, that's one reason, but it's not like my main reason. I'm not a fan of first-person shooters mainly. I'm just not a fan, and I
So then
feel
why do
that
you like Fire Emblem?
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, why do you like Fire Emblem? Why do you like not playing Zelda games? Why?
I don't not like Zelda. I just haven't gotten
What
around
is?
to it yet.
I
But
said, why do you like not playing them? I said, not
why
why
do
do
I?
you not like them?
What? So back to the Hey Zaven podcast.
Dude, you
Back
can
to
go
the
into,
the
he goes
next-
into remote play with PS4 using the PS Vita. Wow.
Congratulations.
They said at launch every PlayStation 4 game will be available on Vita, which isn't there like too big of like a power difference, like
No,
capability?
they don't mean directly available to play on the Vita. They mean by streaming off the PS4, you need the PS4 to play them.
Yeah. It would have been stupid for them to do that because then no one
on
would buy the
live.
PS4.
It's like on live, but only in your house.
Mm-hmm.
On live is
basically
the
Wii U. Basically a Wii U.
And the example they gave was like the exact same one, but the Wii U gave but backwards. You're playing God of War or something, then your kids come in. What do you do?
Oh no! Turn it off. They
Kick
can't
them
see them movies.
And pull out the Vita and play it on your
Ta-
couch.
Pull up the blindfolds and put it over their faces. They can't see
So
that.
so the playing on the Vita will be identical to the PlayStation 4 version, or
I wouldn't say identical due to the differences in the controls, but yeah, maybe they might compensate with the back touchpad.
Okay. So then they went into the cloud stuff, which we kind of touched on already. But then a bunch of different games and developers were shown, like Guerrilla Games showed off Killzone Shadowfall, Evolution Studios showed Drive Club, Sucker Punch Productions showed Infamous Second Son, Jonathan Blow showed The Witness,
Job.
and David Cage showed off facial animation and talked about character polygon numbers. 3D use.
50,000
Face
polygons.
It looked real. It really.
Yeah, it was creepy. It was disturbing.
What are you talking about?
The
Face
face
still-
that the Quantic Dream guy
Oh,
showed off.
okay. Let
The
me
eyes,
just.
man.
I'm going to share you a link here in a second, but technically, Nvidia did the same thing in 2008. This is not new. It's like the same thing, I swear. All right, give me a second.
Or is there
The eyes look so realistic.
If they want to make it look realistic, can't they just put full motion video?
Zaven,
All right.
why are you even here?
All right, okay.
wait,
First of all,
see-
it's
you
probably
guys
a
see-
pre-rendered video, and click on that link right there. That's the same exact thing. It's called the Human Head demo from Nvidia. It's from 2007, actually.
And it looks the same like that.
Yeah, well, it's not the same character. It has eyes shut,
head.
but it's the same thing. It's a head with the skin details and everything. And
Its
it's
eyes are
pretty-
closed though.
Yeah, but how much harder is it to render some eyes and put some like little reflections on it? It's not that hard.
There's probably
it
a
has no
reason
hairs.
why they're closed.
It's because the 8800 Ultra back then wasn't that powerful, but it is already pushing it with that. But that's from 2007. If they do it from 2007, they'd show it off as new now. It's not that new.
What did you guys think of the new Killzone stuff they showed off for that?
It looked the same as the PS3 version. Like graphically, I didn't
The
really.
what?
Yeah,
What?
Killzone.
Cut, paste, first
No,
person shooter.
it wasn't. It wasn't the same. I could definitely tell some differences. Like
I mean,
say
yeah,
if you have a
it wasn't
rope,
cut and paste, but
it looked pretty dang good. Because first of all, I noticed ambient occlusion, which is it's a video or it's a graphics feature that was not there for Killzone 3 or Killzone 2, and a few other things. Higher detail objects in general, better bloom on the fire, etc.
like I mean, the environments were definitely better, but the character models
And bigger.
didn't really.
Oh, did you see? Okay, did you see that one building that had like the glass on it? The reflections on that.
Yeah.
That was downright awesome to look at, dude. That was awesome.
I thought the whole concept of the game where the two like factions are living together when it just pans out when he lands on the building. There's just two giant cities living side by side, but they're like giant enemies. I thought that whole idea was cool, but that's not really talking about
I
the
couldn't
graphics
care
or
less
anything.
about that game.
I could. I played Killzone 3. I played the crap out of that game. That game was fun.
I'm
I love my
excited to
first
try it
person
out on the Vita.
I love my Battlefields and stuff. So
Battlefield
I'm
3 is
excited
pretty good too.
Battlefield 3 is
Not
great.
not good
That's
on consoles, by the way, but yeah, online at least.
I own the second Battlefield, but I've never actually put it in my system.
Battlefield 2.
Yes.
It's a pretty
Bad
old
Company
game.
2.
Oh, Bad Company 2.
I thought they're the same thing, but
Yeah, I didn't like the single player on Bad Company 2. The online's kind of annoying too because it's a giant sniper camp fest, so I wouldn't recommend that one.
Yeah, I have Bad Company too. But
So
going down the list, anyone interested in Drive Club?
No.
God no.
I've never really
Gran Turismo
played,
5. Here we go again.
Prologue
I've never really
version.
played that sort of like racing sim. So I don't know, I'm sort of
I
interested.
liked Gran Turismo 5, but you know it's the same game. I'll just continue playing Gran Turismo 5 some more.
Just give me my Koopa shells.
Have you seen that Super Mario Kart? So realistic.
I know.
That made no
I'd
sense.
rather go play Super
didn't-
Mario
I
Kart
didn't
than
get
that.
He was trying to make a joke, guys.
Wait, what?
Okay, I
Give
failed.
him credit.
But yeah, I really like Gran Turismo 5. I wonder if this is gonna play similar to that.
Well,
What
I
did
sure
you-
hope so.
Yeah. Okay, let's just make like Gran Turismo 5 graphics, but like put them over Mario Kart or something.
They
I hope
should have
it
called
controls
it.
like Grand Theft Auto, so then it's perfect.
Yeah.
I,
Gran Turismo car controls I do not like.
Well, obviously you can't turn sharp while you're going fast, otherwise you're gonna flip over.
But that's
Uh,
no fun.
You're not supposed to flip over. You're supposed to race.
So what did you guys think of the Infamous game?
wait,
He's
Oh,
just
I
taking the
want it.
reins and going with it.
wait,
I want it.
Did they actually show gameplay for it, or was it just like
No,
a
it
trailer?
I don't
it
think
is
so.
just a trailer, but
Yeah.
like another Infamous game. Well, it's obviously got a different character in it this time because I'm not gonna say it, but
the main character in
yeah,
in Infamous
it looks
3
like
died.
it looks like a fun game. Oh, way to go! Way to
I
go!
haven't
You just
played the
no
game.
no.
You just
Way to
said
go!
it.
No.
Spoilers.
Did any of you
No,
guys
no,
find the speech that the
you ru-
creator gave before the
you
game
ruined my
like really
day.
cheesy?
Nope.
Yeah.
You ruined my day.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
it was-
oh no, our
Nope.
freedoms.
Nope.
You sound like
I didn't
some
see
sort
the
of, like,
speech,
Tea
to
Party
be
activist.
honest. I didn't see this part.
So that Drive
And I-
Club.
No one cares about it. Goodbye.
Alright,
The-
what about The Witness?
That game of the
That
conference.
upsetted me.
I'm
What
glad
about-
it's coming to consoles because I don't really have a game PC, but I don't know, it looked not really up my alley.
Jehovah's Witness.
What? Watch Dogs?
No,
No,
here I
The
have
Witness.
Oh.
Here's
John
what happened.
Game.
Zaven and I were watching the stream together.
I know, they left
And
me out
all
of
of
this.
all of a sudden, like this game comes out. There's this huge world, this like really awesome art style. We're like, whoa, what's going on here? We're like, wow, this is looking awesome. And then
It
you know
thought
what
it would be
happened?
like a Zelda game.
Puzzle elements. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And then it ended up the entire game. It was a puzzle game with these awesome backgrounds, and we were thinking it was going to be some type of like 3D platformer or
Yeah.
something, and
It
it
was kinda
ended.
boring.
It
Yeah, it was-
does. It's a puzzle
But,
game,
like,
and
I don't understand how those puzzles work though, because it looked like he was just drawing lines in the pipes or whatever, and there's not really much of a point to it.
Well,
That
I
game's
assume they'll
been-
explain it in the game.
That game's like been in development for a while. Haven't like I think I've seen a couple of like previews and magazines for it for the PC.
Yeah, it looks like it has nothing to it really.
Yeah, he says you're not supposed to play it, you're supposed to experience it, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's. I don't
Yeah.
play games to experience them. I play games to play a freaking game.
So
Still, it was
why
still
it's called
probably
the
my
game.
favorite game they
Yeah.
showed.
Why don't you make a movie? Go somewhere else. Leave me alone.
And then from Media Molecule, that guy was showing how they did like exploration, sculpting, and set creation using Move.
that was cool.
Puppet.
Interesting, but then, like after a while, I was just like zoning out during that because it's all.
Yeah. And then Deep Down using the
Yes.
Pantaray engine.
We didn't like all it was sort of like a cutscene though. We didn't really see any gameplay, so
I think there was like I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
yeah,
there was.
Oh yeah,
no,
yeah.
there was no gameplay. You know what they did? They just put a little icon down at the bottom to simulate like a
yeah.
UI. That was
Uh-huh.
completely trailer.
It was.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah,
It definitely has that
Okay,
dragons.
imagine playing the game like that with that kind of camera angle constantly swinging around you and stuff. That's not gameplay.
No, I was thinking it was like, because I know they had like those icons and stuff, so I didn't know if they were switching between cutscene and gameplay, or I was
They're
confused.
just putting that there.
Yeah.
But those graphics are completely not well, not to say realistic as in like, oh, it doesn't look realistic, but it's not realistic for that console because the console's not going to do that. That looked ridiculous. That was trailer all the way.
It
Uh-huh.
definitely had that like Dragon's Dogma sort of approach to it with the setting and the medieval fantasy stuff
Pretty
going on. So
confident, yeah.
What game
it's
are
gonna
we
be
talking
that.
about?
Deep Down, the Capcom game,
Deep down.
the dragon's breathing fire all over him, and he's just being
Oh,
a
that one
badass
that
and
everyone
taking it.
thought was like Dark Souls 2 or Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Moving on, Square Enix Yoshihisa
Boring.
Hashimoto came out.
Okay,
and showed
that
off-
demo.
They showed off an
We
engine
saw it
for the PlayStation
before.
4, and then he brought out,
That demo was from like
Hush.
last year.
Yeah, it was.
and then they announced that a Final Fantasy will be announced. At
But was
E3.
that the Final Fantasy?
Thanks
No,
for the vagueness.
it's
A Final Fantasy will be announced.
That's a demo that's not even running on the PS4 hardware or was rendered by anything near the PS4 hardware because that was pretty much non-existent last year, and they showed it last year as the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Well, the hardware was existent last year. I'm sure developers had developers kits.
Yeah,
like the
but
PS4
that's
last year.
definitely not what the PS4 is capable of. Well, it's far beyond that, but Watch
Didn't they say
Dogs is
that?
Watch Dogs is a better benchmark for the PS4. That Watch Dogs demo.
So after that, they showed off Watch Dogs.
I want bad.
Which
Dude, that
they've
game is gonna
already
be so-
announced.
Okay, I know it's already announced, but this is like the first time it's actually showing you real gameplay. And that chase scene right there just won me over. And then like mixed with like the Mirror's Edge type kind of parkour
Platforming.
sort of thing he's doing, trying to jump up the walls and stuff like that. That is awesome.
Assassin's
awesome.
Creed
Basically,
like
like,
Grand
first-
Theft Auto.
It's basically futuristic Assassin's Creed. Like
Yeah,
even the
that's
way
what
he
it was.
It's
moves,
Grand
like,
Theft
they're-
Auto,
they're
Assassin's
1-for-1.
Creed, Mirror's Edge, awesome.
Yeah, they're 1-for-1. Like the movements, comparing him to like Ezio.
Yeah, it's
Like just the
definitely.
way his feet move and his arms. It's
Well-
definitely like which isn't a bad thing. I'm just saying it's definitely like going to be like that.
Yeah. Well, it's just the animation style. It kind of reminds you of it, but yeah.
Wii U represent.
All right. No.
Wii U is not getting. What is it? Wait, what was the game? Yeah, Metro Last Light. Not getting that.
Uh-oh, I'm
Or
scared
Dead Space
now.
3 or
Neener.
Crisis 3 or
Yeah,
Not getting
why aren't all these
Crysis
like
3,
AAA
it's not-
games coming on the Wii U?
Diablo 3.
You're not getting your Rayman until later because everybody else is
yeah.
gonna have it, not just you. Neener.
Alright, so next, Sony and
It's all 'cause
Blizzard
you got a
announced that they're going to take over the world, and then
Boring.
Diablo will be coming to PlayStation
Yeah.
4.
That was
Boring.
anticlimactic.
as long as it
Like-
it better come
I-
to,
Boring.
well, it's not going to come to Vita, but
Okay,
I'm
a game like
excited.
how can you play a game like that on a controller? Because it's basically a game designed for the PC from the ground up with the hotkeys and everything. And then also, no one plays Diablo 3. No one really cares about Diablo 3 that much, from at least from what I've seen. Of course, there's people playing it, but for the most part, people are like, "Oh, this isn't a really good Diablo game." Like everybody else is going to play Path of Exile and like Torchlight 2 and stuff instead.
Well, they said Blizzard was forming like a partnership with Sony, so this is just like the first thing. There's hopefully
Yeah.
like all these PC games will get like side by side releases with console.
Yeah,
maybe-
good luck playing StarCraft on a PS4.
I'm sure they'll have
They
like a
had
new
StarCraft
controller.
on the 64.
Yeah, it didn't work.
That's why
Well,
it was last
technically it worked, but really,
I-
like if you try playing it, it didn't work.
I own
in
it.
comparison.
Haven't played it, but
Well, just having the StarCraft mapped to a controller just didn't work.
So, the last thing before the end video that they showed was Bungie and the new game Destiny.
I'm not gonna. Well, I'm not gonna boo it because it's supposed to be something different, and I also like Halo. Halo's awesome, but if that comes out for the PC, from what I've heard, it's sort of supposed to be like an open world type MMO / first person shooter type weird hybrid of sorts. And if that comes out on the PC, I'll buy it. But
Uh-huh.
yeah. No. I'm not gonna
excited
get too
for it.
hyped about. I'm not gonna get too hyped about it until they start showing off some real gameplay and stuff. Because all right now it's concept art and just talking about it.
Just talking about how, like, the idea of it being an open world, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how actual gameplay looks.
If it's a
see
new
how it
series,
controls.
you know.
Yeah, it's a whole new series. Yeah.
But I don't know. It was cool to see it, but like I'm sure it's gonna be
Oh
multi-platform.
Jesus!
Well, of course it's gonna be on.
Yeah.
It's been confirmed for PS3 and Xbox 360 and probably PS4, obviously,
Yeah, so,
and all that. But they haven't really said anything about PC yet, and I really hope they bring that out on PC.
so if
It
it's gonna come
sounds
out-
like it's just ripe for PC with the MMO open world first person shooter type stuff.
So if it comes out for the new Xbox, there's really no point sort of to show it at the Sony press conference. But it was cool to see it.
Well, they're releasing it for Xbox 360. It's just them showing off it's going to be on the PS4 and it's going to have better graphics, yada yada yada. It's on the better platform.
So, in conclusion, I want to go through everyone and ask if you're gonna get the PlayStation 4 or not. If you have any interest in doing so. First off, Trevor.
No, not really. I have a PC that I'm going to upgrade here in a bit instead of buying a PS4. Instead of spending like $400 or $500, I think it might cost on the PS4. I'm just going to upgrade my graphics card to be better than the PS4, and then I'm going to shake my little booty and say neener, neener, neener. And then there's not too many games at this point that really excite me besides Infamous, and Watch Dogs is going to be on PC, so I don't need to worry about that. And the controller doesn't look too appealing to me, and lately I'm just not into console or newer consoles anymore. So yeah.
Okay, Zaven.
What is the question?
Will you be getting a PlayStation 4, or do you have any interest in it?
I will get one. Not at launch. Probably not for 10 years until after it comes out.
Well, no, you can't say 10 years because if it's moved on by then, like you're not going to get your digital content and whatnot.
But I don't like digital content.
Yeah,
Well, boo-hoo.
he
The future.
refuses to buy anything digital.
I mean, and by that time, any patches you could probably just download off the internet onto a USB drive. So,
you should get it within its life cycle at least, because that's where you get the full experience of any console platform.
yeah, I want to get
including today's consoles.
I want to get a PS3 soon, which I don't have yet. So,
yeah, you're missing out.
well, they don't have that many exclusives.
Oh, they have a ton of
Well,
exclusives.
wait. You said that the PS3 doesn't have that many exclusives.
Oh, wait 1 second. I have a list of games I want to get.
It has the most exclusives.
It has more exclusives than the Xbox 360. Xbox 360, like right now, it has nothing.
In 2013, there's still going to be tons of PS3 exclusives coming out this year.
Oh boy, you just set off a flame.
Alright, if you were to compare just the PS3 exclusives to everything on the 360, I mean, wouldn't you say that there was not that many games to buy on the PS3 if you're only buying exclusives as opposed to everything on the Xbox?
Let's see.
Why not have both?
Infamous, Uncharted. What's the other one? The Ratchet and Clank games, Gran Turismo. It just goes on.
The PS2 collections.
I think the answer to this is that the Wii. I think the answer to this is that the Wii is the better system. Thank you.
3D.Game
Yes,
Heroes.
indeed, the Wii is the better system because nobody plays it anymore. It's just all grandmas that bought it for Wii Sports and put it in their closet.
Do you want to go to war?
I'm freaking gonna murder your
fucking kids.
No, I'm going with Trevor. The Wii is.
Get out of here, Cole.
I don't like the Wii at all, really. I only played it from. I only got it for. I only borrowed my sister's for Metroid Prime 3 and what was the other game I have on it?
Donkey Kong.
Nah, I only played Metroid Prime 3 on it and Mario Party 8. And besides that, I don't like the controller.
You don't even know.
I know. I have like the Wiimote, and it's not good. It's not a good control. It's a TV
Alright, so-
remote. Gosh,
Oh my.
things.
I went to my list of PS3 exclusives, and I have 40 games on it that I want to get.
And
a
that's not
lot
worth it
for
at all.
exclusives.
No,
That's
it's
not
only
very
40
much.
games.
Only 40
That's-
games. That's
only-
more than I.
That's a lot of games.
A ton of games. That's
Okay,
Really?
my
I mean,
my list for games I want to get so far is like 50 or 60 games, and 10 of those are coming out this year, and I have like 15 exclusives or 10
How do you say
exclusives.
that's
or-
not a lot of games? That
It's a
would
lot.
Not
control
enough to make me purchase a $200 console.
$100. Okay, say you have 400 games or 40 games you're gonna buy, and times that by let's see here, what is it?
Most
$30
of
to
them,
$60 that
no,
you will
most of them
spend
are
on.
like $10 now a game.
Well,
or
my
less.
opinion on the PlayStation.
You spend
4.
spend a lot
Whoa,
more
take
on
it
the
easy
game.
there.
Well, actually, a lot of
$200.
mine are up.
That's
Alright,
a lot
order.
of games.
Order in the courtroom. Stick dude.
I own like 60 Wii games and a list of another 120 I want to get that are exclusives.
Hey, son.
Ugh.
Silence yourself.
He's boring.
Hey, Trevor.
I agree.
Hey, Trevor.
Do you want me to pull up the sound effects?
Hey.
What?
No.
What?
Shut your mouth.
Don't make me get my stereo mix out.
Shut your pie holes. Stick
Left the
dude
lid
has
in the room.
something to say.
Stick it in your stick, dude. Boom.
Aww.
Uh,
So PlayStation 4, whether I'm gonna get it or not, it honestly depends on the new Xbox, when that's coming out compared to the PlayStation, and both of their prices, because I can't get both. If I get one, the other one will have to wait a year or two.
Don't
So,
make me use this podcast.
And PCs are stupid. Anybody who plays them are totally lame.
Suck my D, suck my D, suck my D.
I said, don't make me users this podcast. Everybody,
So yeah.
do the best episode ever, including Midi Poor and me and Michael, Roland, and people. People are awesome.
Oh, thank you.
You forgot to mention
Yeah,
Zach.
no, yeah, like nobody else here. Only awesome people. You all suck.
What?
I lick.
Nice. I'm in the awesome people then.
Yep, you're in the awesome because you were there, right?
Wait,
Okay, you're awesome. Everybody else can suck a big one.
All right, Cole.
It's
Cole.
Suck
No.
my D.
All right, shut up, Cole. PS4, yay or nay?
Nay. I mean, I don't even have a PS3, and the PS3 has lots of exclusives, so I want to get on that kind of thing, you know?
If it was backwards
No.
compatible, what would your
If
opinion
it was backwards compatible, then I would definitely buy it, but
If it is
it's
backwards
not-
compatible,
Cole still
they would
needs a
have to
PS2.
If you want it backwards compatible, you would have to literally like integrate a whole PS3 into the thing. That'd cost
Yeah, it's already
a ton.
confirmed it's not backwards compatible. It's just
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's just no way without
Yeah, it's
having
like-
like the physical hardware of the PS3 in there at the same
Uh-huh.
time, which would generate more heat. You have to pay for more heat sinks. Gotta pay for the technology. Yeah, it's expensive.
And
And
yeah,
also,
that's
in
way
it-
bigger than Pamela Anderson's vagina. So then that's about it.
All right, so
Nice ending.
as for myself, I'm going to say no because, like a few people here, I still need a PlayStation 3, and I do want one, but I really don't have a problem just with sticking with what the PlayStation 3 has and catching up on that before even. I don't really have much interest in the PlayStation 4 at all.
But then, one thing though is that pretty much almost at least one person on every podcast that like say the Vita was coming out, they're like, "Oh, I'm not going to get the Vita." What do? They get the Vita or the 3DS.
That's me.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
there's
cool.
always going to be
Technology,
that
man,
one
it's
person
hard to
who's going to break their decision.
Cole. Let me tell you something about Cole. Cole doesn't stick with any decision he ever makes.
And
He says one thing, does the exact opposite, or the next day he might do just what he said he wouldn't do. I don't even know.
This is why I've gotten raped.
Dirty.
He might even just buy the PlayStation 4 tomorrow.
That-
We
that's-
wouldn't even know.
Dirty.
Well, I'm not clean.
So,
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I told you.
All right.
Dirty.
Wait. What did you think of that PlayStation meeting overall? Was it a good meeting?
No.
It was long.
I feel like there's
Eh.
creepers.
Way too
It was too long, filled with
What
too
if-
many not real tech demos. And where's my console? I can't
Sony
even see
doesn't
it.
have good developers.
I started doing math homework in the middle.
Well,
of
sure
it.
they have good developers. What about like Naughty Dog and Insomnia or
There we go.
Insomniac or whatever.
Those are like the only
Guerrilla
Insomniac,
Games.
they've done
Ins-
good games, but like
Insomnia, that's like Sly Cooper and Infamous you're adding here. Come on.
so, all right, they have 3 good ones. All right, Insomniac, Sucker Punch, and Naughty Dog. That's
Gorilla.
I don't
Sam
know.
Maka.
about that.
Media Molecule.
No,
Media
not-
Molecule,
yeah,
yeah.
no.
I honestly
Well,
feel.
I mean, they're not bad. It's just that they're not AAA developers.
Experience.
I don't see them as that.
Hey,
I
what
mean, I
about
see-
what about Polyphony?
I don't know what that is.
Those are the people that made Gran Turismo 5. What about the
Oh.
people that made Super Stardust HD?
No.
Super
It's a
Stardust
digital
HD
game.
is digital. I don't. It's a game. You download it, you can play it. It's a game,
Yeah,
but,
but you have-
it's an excellent game.
But you don't get a physical copy.
Eh.
Don't be a freaking 40-year-old. Good
What?
grief! Don't 40-year-old talk here,
Tell
dude.
him what's up.
I've had
Okay.
this argument too many times. We aren't going down
Yeah,
this
but
road.
it's nice to.
No, if it's downloadable, it's no different.
If it's,
it's no
downloadable, you're
it's no
paying for
different.
error.
Let's not go down
Yeah,
that
but
paying
road.
if
for an
your
experience.
console breaks, you can't play your physical
Hey
copies
guys,
anyway.
hey guys,
so
hey guys, hey guys,
So
hey
if the
guys,
house
hey
set
guys,
on
hey
fire,
guys, hey 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 guys.
So also some like little things on the PlayStation console.
You know what?
like
You know what, stick dude?
Can I talk, please?
No, I
Just
was
stick up
trying
your
to.
stick, dude.
I've been
Stick.
trying to talk for who knows how long.
Zach, who's the podcast leader here? Who owns this podcast?
Right
Thought it was me
here.
and Zavin.
it's not 1962. You can't. I don't know.
What?
Never
So
mind.
I'm
I
gonna
want an
say-
introduction.
Overall, PlayStation meeting far too long. Pretty much
That's what she said.
unnecessary. Pretty much unnecessary because still all the questions we wanted answered are pretty much unanswered for the most part. And
Can
Yeah, I have
see
no
the actual
incentive.
console?
no incentive to get it yet. Yeah, we haven't even seen it.
But one thing I want to like say, hopefully they don't make it like, you know how you've seen all these concepts and stuff. They better not make it like a concept. They just better make it look like something you would actually want in your living room and not look like a retard. You know?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So Stick Dude,
Feel
you've been
that my
trying to
aunt was
talk.
retarded.
You've been trying to talk, Stick Dude, but these people are cutting you off. So I'm gonna let you talk.
Well, just like a tiny things in the interview that I was talking about, where one of the big Sony execs, it's hard to remember Japanese names. I'm sorry about that, but like things of like whether it's region locked or not, he made comments like he looks at his PR guy and says, "I don't want to be quoted for that or get in trouble." So it's pretty safe to assume that it's gonna be region locked and things
Aw.
like that.
Aw.
And he also alluded to like PSN might be not free anymore, which would suck.
Yeah.
Do you know what the reasonings are for region locking these systems?
Like Japanese people, the exchange rate is so bad, like they might
Because-
want to get the
Or what?
English version or something. I don't know. That was the Persona 4 Arena version.
There
Some
was
reason.
a reason, but I forgot what it was. A legitimate reason.
Because
Let-
I mean,
let me
like
look it up.
when those games that come out on like in Japan only that are worth playing, but you can't because what are you gonna do? Import a whole new system to play
If
a
you're
handful of
dedicated,
games, like Pete Door, but
That Pete Door.
when he bought a PAL Wii just to play Pandora's Tower and a few other
And
games.
then it got announced.
yeah,
It's gonna be out for America now, isn't it?
yeah, the
it's coming out, like,
26th,
April.
the 26th
March?
of March. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just said 2016. I'm like, what? It's already out. This is bad.
So you wanna
I-
you wanna
That's so bad.
You want to close up this discussion, fellas?
Yes.
No.
Say no.
No.
Act like your age. Don't be 40.
Okay. Cole, you
But-
want to lead us into the final segment, Cole?
No.
Embrace
It's-
the future that is Steam.
I'm not.
But Steam is evil because you don't
No,
get
it's
physical
not.
copies.
Steam is
Evil.
All right.
good.
No.
It's a good
No.
thing.
Stop
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
I
No,
think
Steam is
Zach
awesome.
wants-
I can buy
Hey,
games for
hey.
$2.50, and it's awesome. And I don't
But
care.
you're just getting air.
Salmon.
It's
Salmon.
not
Next
air.
Yeah,
person
but
to
guess
talk.
what? It goes on my
Next
hard drive and
person-
I play it on my
Next
computer.
person to talk gets taken out of the call.
Boo.
All right.
Stop! 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 This is not a DVD. This is not a DVD.
Then what is it?
What is it then? Oh, it's a backer card. It's for collectors. Okay. So, Cole, lead us in.
Do you want to go to war?
What? Makes no sense, but it's Games Amour. You're not
I
supposed
would
to say
definitely
war.
do her.
So who would like to go first?
I would.
Ooh, Stick Dude.
Boom. So, I'm supposed to just talk about a game that I recommend that I really love, right?
Yeah, something special to you.
Okay. Well, it's not really special to me, but I really
Fine then.
love this game.
Did you remove Trevor?
Yeah, I did.
What?
What? He would be talking this whole time if I didn't. I gotta get this segment going.
Wait, why would you do that? Now he's gonna go away. Come on, that's not
No,
cool.
he's not. I
That's
told
not
you.
cool.
I warned you guys. I said the next person to talk.
No,
gets
yeah,
taken
but
out.
that's not.
I gotta follow through, or these people aren't gonna learn their place.
But
I'm leaving then.
I rage quit.
Yep, it was all you. All right,
Yeah,
Stick
yeah.
Dude, go to your game. We're doing Games
Anyway.
Amour.
About
Whoa.
Steam.
We're doing Games Amour right now.
No, Steam.
No, we're doing Stick Dude's doing his game right now.
A game
No,
I would recommend would
Steam
be
is fantastic.
Shut up, Cole.
We should argue how Steam is evil.
Stick Dude,
Mercenaries 2.
nice.
World in Flames for PS3 and Xbox 360.
So what are we talking about?
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
You know what, Zaven? Come on now. I thought you were better than that. All right, Stick Dude.
No, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done.
No, you're not.
This is bullshit.
I'm gonna. Whatever you do, don't get the PlayStation. Don't get the PlayStation 2 port because it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But for PS3
game?
360, Mercenaries 2
Ugh.
World in Flames, it's so cheap.
Anal.
I
And
got
it's one
that
of-
game at a garage sale for 50 cents, but it was scratched and doesn't work.
That sucks for you.
Nice.
But it's like Grand Theft Auto, think both like a military arsenal. So just have fun going around blowing shit up with your attack helicopter.
Do you have
and
a
whatnot.
memory, a special memory to recall?
This is what I played when I went through the backlog of like 100 of like 70 or 80 TV and Lust podcast episodes. But yeah, that's mine. I guess I didn't really understand what we were supposed to do for Games Amour.
Oh, that's fine. That's
no,
fine.
it's Zach's making us do this. It's kind of a confusing thing, but I'll take the ball that you threw, and
Not through
yeah,
Zap.
yeah. Basically, my game. See, I'm afraid I'm gonna choose a game I did before. Well,
What
actually,
is
no.
it?
In that case, I'll just choose a 360 game, because it used to be just Nintendo. But for a 360, the game I choose is Final Fantasy 13. This is my favorite game for the system, and people. The game, I guess it's linear, but it's kind of linear in the same sense that a game like 999 is linear. Well, is it? I don't even know. Or
Hold on.
Asura's Wrath. It's more like an interactive anime. That's the best way I can describe it. Where it's an anime, but you actually take place in the fights. So that's how I would describe it. It has a really good story, really good graphics. Some of the best. It's the best music on the 360, and you should play it.
What game?
Final Fantasy 13. But
Zaven,
like a lot of
you've been saying that the whole time.
But
I forgot
I
everything
just had,
someone says.
I just muted myself because I was talking to my sister about Les Mis. So
Hey, soul sister.
Anal sex.
like a lot of RPGs are linear. I don't see why that was such a big
Yes,
complaint
please.
about that game.
So immature this episode. I don't know what's going on.
So Trevor said he had to go. So
It's fine.
no one likes
It's probably
him
because
anyway.
you kicked him out, but you know,
said he had to go eat. But
isn't it 11:22?
It's 10:22.
It's 11:22.
It's 8:22.
Don't you love time zones?
yeah.
You
I do.
can't love it. It's not a female. So what's going on now?
Zaven.
Chucking the melon at Zav. Goddamn.
The melon.
What? What are we doing?
All
Games
right,
Amour.
Zach. Zavin's just kind
okay.
of here for.
No, I'm here. Okay, so this is where we talk about a game we like, right?
Zach, Zavin's just. I can't say the joke. It's too funny.
Oh my. Go
I'm
for it.
muting myself.
Okay, so Fantasy Zone on the NES. It's fun. Play it.
Isn't that a Master System game? Okay.
Yeah, it was
So
made by
that's wrong.
Sega. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Tengen / Atari ported it to the NES. And
Oh,
I
good
went
is
for the world record on it.
I thought.
Nice.
Cole just kicked himself out.
Have any of you seen Les Mis?
Nope.
You need to.
Don't really have any interest in it.
But it's good. Go watch it.
Okay.
Right?
I will. For you.
Okay.
Zach, have you seen it?
If I seen what? I missed it. I wasn't paying attention.
Les
Nice.
Mis.
Hmm?
Les Mis.
Les Mis?
Les
Yes.
Miserables.
Yeah.
I
No.
can't say. You should.
No, but the joke I was going to say was Zavin's just here for sexual appeal. I couldn't get it out, but
What?
never mind. All right. I'll mute myself again and hopefully not press end call.
So, Cole, have you seen Les Mis?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
You're lying, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'd like to thank you all for listening to the
So my game was Modern Warfare 2, by the way.
Hey, listen.
I love Modern Warfare
Call of
2.
Duty.
I don't care what people say.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
actually.
do I.
I thought it was worth mentioning because
I didn't
all the
mention
hate.
it, but I still play it all the time.
Call of Duty's great. There's nothing bad about it.
It's a first-person
I don't-
shooter. That's what's bad about it.
You're dissing every single, like, so many PC games and so many DOS games.
All right. Well, first off,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like PC because most PC games don't have physical copies.
That's kind of a... Whatever. We'll just...
So Modern Warfare 2, it was like the first game that I ever really experienced online, and I just had a lot of fun doing like the quick scope lobbies and stuff.
Yeah, I love that.
I know, like, it's something a lot of people can't get into, but it was a lot of fun getting into groups, doing occasional trick shots and whatnot. But
And just getting in a clan and the whole social experience.
yeah,
It was first
amongst
multiplayer game for me, too.
all the terrible people,
Yeah.
there are some good people in there.
And there is a mute function, so that definitely comes in handy.
Yeah, everyone complains about that, like screaming kids, but it's like, just press the mute. I don't.
Hmm.
It's not that big of a deal. really, it's not. But
So we've
Started
reached the end.
the end.
It's been good.
We've reached the end.
I'll
This
miss you
was
guys.
Unique
Yo,
episode.
Stick Dude, where can people find you?
On the forum, I guess, but I have a YouTube channel, but I really haven't been putting much effort into it.
Nice.
It's
Nicely done.
the Thestickdude23. I haven't made a video in a couple months, so
Well done.
nowhere really. I just play video games. Don't really.
Good job. Keep it up. Keep up
Thank
the good work. Providing that content. Hey Zaven, where can people find you?
On the forums, and I'm on Twitter now.
Nice. And what is your handle?
If they want to find out, they'll figure it out somehow.
Wow. Making them do a lot of work.
It's ZavenNes1718, the same as it is on every website.
Nice. Nice. Cole, what about you?
You can do me for me if you want.
Cole, what about you?
He doesn't want to.
Just sexual repeat. You can find me
Thank
on YouTube, Annoying Navi. Is that a guitar? Anyways,
This is a Mexicano instrument.
well, in that case, you can find me on YouTube and Twitter. And I'm just gonna rock out. Thank you.
Oh jeez. You interrupted the beautiful soul.
Alright, we're done. Get out of here.
No, I'm on Twitter
No, you're not.
at ZRPG. YouTube, ZRPG.
No, you're not.
Mapped. Backloggery, Pokemon ZRPG. Pete's Gamer Forum, Pokemon ZRPG. Rad Rascals Forums, ZRPG.
Jesus.
What a good tune. Really brings me back.
Back to what?
My golden
good old
days.
Alright. See ya.
The Hey Listen podcast can be found on
Wait a second.
not iTunes, because Cole sucks.
Okay.
Cole, why must you do this? We were doing so well.
I didn't do it.
The last 2 episodes aren't on iTunes.
I don't know why they're not.
But you can find us at Hey Listen Pod, and for the first time ever, Facebook page, Hey Listen Podcast, without the exclamation mark, because you can't put exclamation marks in Facebook page names.
I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Cole didn't even know about it.
I didn't know about it.
You
So I
gotta keep
can't
up with your Hey
disagree.
Listen news.
Yeah, keep it up. Like, you know.
Yeah, like the guest on episode 23.
Oh, yeah. What episode? Who's the guest on episode 23? We didn't have a guest.
Look at the archive.
Okay.
Pete'sGamerInformed.com. Podcast community section. Hey Listen Video Game Podcast.
We didn't have a guest for that, though.
Look
You'll
at
be
that.
surprised, Cole.
You'll be surprised. He's just not on the Hall of Fame, unfortunately.
Plantarnation.
That's beautiful, Zaven. Thank you for sharing. And then we end with our classical animal sounds.
Sister.
Then we end with our classical
Ain't
animal
that
sounds.
You're raising on radio.
Hey, Cole.
Stereo.
Cole.
Yeah.
We end with our classic animal sounds. Moo.
Okay.
Bah.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
On the zombies. On the...
That's a podcast.
That's darn right.
Okay.
You guys will be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Trevor is Trevor with a 3, and he's got some numbers after his name. 42532. You can find him there with stuff. Probably he's on YouTube. I know that.
Goodbye.
He's on Twitter. I know that.
Goodbye.
Thank you for joining me.
See ya.